Hello, hello, welcome in everyone. Hope y'all are doing good. We got some cool stuff if you're new to Marvel Snap. It's gonna be a somewhat short stream today, but what we're gonna do is highlight 3 different decks that are off meta, a little bit different than what a lot of other people are suggesting. As I'm sure if you're new, you've probably been searching around Twitch trying to find the best pool 1 deck, best pool 1 deck for grinding, #1 pool 1 deck for win rate, you know? And that's great, you know? You can run the same deck as everyone else, or you can do something a little bit different. I'm really excited. Ah. That's what's happening. I was wondering why I was acting a little bit weird. Good morning from PH. I'm here for you. Are here first. That's true. PH, does that mean the Philippines? I don't know what PH means. Welcome in. Thanks so much for coming through. This will be good, especially if you're new to the game. Let's see, everything looks good. Bingo bango, love to see it. We have some really fun stuff coming up in the future. I actually just recorded like a around the horn talk show style video with another content creator. So I'm really excited. We got some fun stuff coming out soon. And yeah, today we're going to be playing 3, probably only going to be going for about 2 hours, but we're going to play 3 different decks that are off meta. They're probably not going to find anywhere else. They're going to be cool. Is Camertage still on? No. I specifically waited to stream until after 10 o'clock so I wouldn't have to deal with Camertage. So I think it's a little bit tough. But speaking of, we can check out what variants I have available. Realistic Dracula, Pixel Mojo, Good Boy Cosmo, Weird... Dude, too many pixel variants. I'm really not a big pixel variant fan. Yeah, your mill deck, I've missed your... Yeah, try your mill deck, I miss your... Unfortunately, without Camertage, it's really hard to do. It's essentially impossible to do the mill deck. Crash Plays, I'm doing well. Thanks so much for asking. You can't really do the mill deck unless Camertage is around. So if you... Obviously, you're here on YouTube. If you look at... I posted a mill video... Jesus, dude. I want to see what the time that video came out. I bet if I just Google Mill Marvel Snap, it'll be the first one to come out. Look at that. Let's go SEO. Let's go SEO. But yeah, if you... There is a... Dude, it has almost 7,000 views, actually. 4 months ago. Wowee. I have a whole deck that talks about the Mill. And actually, it has what I would consider to be the best game of Marvel Snap I've ever played at the end of it. So if you're interested in that mill deck, just either Google Mill Marvel Snap because it will make you feel cool and an SEO genius, or just look up Mill on my channel. Hey, you know what? I'll just post the video. Look at that. Look at that. We have the technology. So you can just check out that YouTube video if you ever see. Yeah, Camertage already done. I would have done a couple of videos for you. I would have done a couple for you if that were the case. But yeah, since it's not. That mill video is really good though, and the last video, the last clip in that video is probably my favorite Marvel Snap game I've ever played. But I will stop belaboring the point, and we're gonna jump in and start playing some matches. I don't really like any of these, unfortunately. I don't like pixel variants that much, and then the other 3 are fine. The Cosmo variant's kind of cool, but I just like OG Cosmo a lot. Sounds like no reason. So The first deck you'll see it up here in the top left of your screen. Binks Plays, I want to thank you for the Odin Wong variant you showed when Paper was on stream, when I subbed out Thor, didn't have him in Chavez per your recommendation, and it's been working great and it's fun to play. Yo, thanks so much, Grum. Yeah, I think we actually played you on that stream, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm happy that you liked that video. I loved working with Paper, dude. I've been really pushing to collab with people. I'm trying to collab with people like outside of Marvel Snap too. Like I talked to a couple other like Hearthstone people who I know back from the day who are interested in Marvel Snap. Yeah, I'm doing another really cool. I actually already filmed it. We did like a talk show style thing with Cozy Gamer that we just shot like 10 minutes ago. I'm fresh off of it. That's really fun. I also like when you play with Ben Brode, memories of really. Yeah. There's there's another one of the videos down there. I just have Ben Brode's face on it. But yeah. Early Snap days are great. I hope that I think that Ben Brode will continue to be a part of the community. I hope to get more chances to interact with Ben Brode in the future. So the first deck we're gonna play is called Heimdall Juke. We'll pull it open and just talk about it a little bit first. Actually. Because I think it's an interesting deck, and I think that there's some good things going on here. So this Heimdall Juke deck, essentially, and this only pull 1 cards. So essentially what you're trying to do with this Heimdall Juke deck is fake your opponent out. So we're going to kind of play in the middle and the right lane a lot, and then we have no other move cards, so our opponent is not going to expect Heimdall, and then on the last turn of the game we smash everything over to the left and win with Heimdall. It's really cool. It's probably gonna be pretty hard for me to win some games here because I'm gonna face all pool 3 and full meta decks. But I think that if you're new to playing, a deck like this will be really awesome. So let's just jump in and see what the gameplay looks like. The problem with winning with this deck, from where I'm at currently on the ladder, is that the power level is just like a little bit light. I think that I do want to Nova. Let's Nova middle. Let's Nova right. I think we're going to Nova right. We're going to secure Angela in the middle. Want to do it? Yeah. We'll go Nova right. We're going to secure Angela in the middle next turn. Get Bishop down, Jessica Jones. We have a really nice curve. And hopefully we can draw that Carnage to get the Nova down there on turn 5. Really gonna want that because we can't even play Gamora on turn 5. So we'll go ahead and get Angela's space down here on turn 2. Blue Train, welcome in. What's up? The rule of Marvel Snap, if you didn't know, you have to do the Spider-Man point. You see that? Okay, opponent is playing Storm. So Storm could actually work really well for me. I'm gonna assume opponent's gonna storm left. I'm gonna storm middle. Is he also going to storm middle? We might have gotten the double storm. So we're going to go back and forth storming things. Steve Bananas, welcome in. Okay, I think that Jessica Jones is going to be enough for us to win this lane here. And then on turn 5, now that that's gone, we're going to probably go swarm really hard on the right. And then we're gonna hope to be able to do our sneaky snuff towards the end of the game here. Let's see what we got. We got Jessica Jones coming down. Opponent played 2 cards. They played the Nightmare just to get that just Angela buff, and they got the Juggernaut, very spooky. So I know I can't play in the middle, but that's fine. Now this is where this deck is gonna be really cool, right? So opponent thinks, haha, I have him. Like there's no shot, right? My opponent's gonna definitely think, but if we actually put all this power here, we're going to get 4 and then 7. We're adding 11 power to this right lane. Jessica Jones, we can play on this location because we just can't play in the middle. I wish Jessica Jones had some kind of indicator, like Rescue has like an indicator. So what we're looking to do, and what we're hoping to do, is that we can get this down, get a big lane over here on the right. We're hoping our opponent fights us on the right too, but we'll play the Rocket Raccoon over here on the left. And then our hope is that we get, okay, so opponent played Gamora, but we actually got him back with a Rocket Raccoon that's a little bit smaller. So if we get Heimdall off the rip, we're gonna have a really good shot here, right? Because we did not get Heimdall off the rip. So this is going to put us in a bad spot. We're probably going to have to retreat. We were hoping for Heimdall. Heimdall would have pulled all of this over here to the left. We would have had 12, so the Heimdall would have tied here, and then we would have pulled 7 additional over. I think we could have had a shot to win over here. If we're looking at this just objectively, we have 21 power over on the right. We're going to secure that. We're going to win it, right? Opponent's going to win 14-7 here. Nothing we can do about that without the Heimdall, and it just looks like we're not going to win on the left. Maybe we should have just played down this bishop instead of the storm, just expecting our opponent to storm. I was hoping for maybe 2 storm triggers, would have been really cool, but no Heimdall. We're going to go ahead and take our 1 cube and retreat. Are you playing with a new account? I'm just using pool 1 cards, and I'm playing against pool 3 cards, so it's going to be much harder. But yeah, these decks are they're going to be 3 decks that we're going to go through today. They're all going to be off meta, so it's not going to be something that you're going to see in anyone else's best decks to play kind of thing. They're going to be unique, different kind of decks that you can play around with. And what I always say with deck building, it's like I always think if you net deck ever, you should try to add at least 1 of your own cards in, because it's going to help you grow as a player. We have Limbo, very interesting. Smash that like button, support. Much love, super appreciate it. Yeah, support's always always appreciated. Let's see here. We'll go ahead and obviously just skip turn 1. We have a lot of 1-drops in the deck, so getting no 1-drops. Can you explain Heimdall in this deck? Yeah, the whole deck is built around. What the heck? I got Lockjaw, Wasp, and Quicksilver. This is a wild combination of cards to get from Triskelion. That's actually insane. These cards, like, you would run these 3 cards in a meta deck like by themselves. It's kind of crazy. So the whole deck is about Heimdall Juke, right? So we want to play good stats for the cost. We want to play them on the right and middle lanes, and then on the last turn, our opponent will never expect Heimdall, right? Like, if you're playing like a regular deck, opponent could definitely expect Heimdall, and that could happen a lot. In a deck like this, opponent will never expect Heimdall. So essentially what we're going to do is use that turn 6 as to our advantage, because our opponents are going to think we're going to do something different. We're going to end turn, so don't get too far out ahead here. Dude, I'm actually... What happens when you Carnage on a Lockjaw lane? Do you destroy the Lockjaw? I kind of want to like Lockjaw Wasp in this Dark Dimension lane, and then just like after the game's over, I just want Lockjaw to just pop off. Because we'll still have 2 cards in the deck, right? We'll replace them with Wasp and Quicksilver. Maybe that's bad. Maybe we just want to do it now. Let's see what happens. Then maybe we can probably Jessica Jones over on the middle. Deuce is gonna get her ability activated. I actually kind of like Angela and then Quicksilver for this turn. Next turn we can squeeze in the Jessica Jones, or on turn 6 we can squeeze in the Jessica Jones. We don't necessarily have to do it too quickly. But this Quicksilver can even pull out the Heimdall, which would maybe be a little bit bad if this pulls the Heimdall here. Pulls the Ant-Man. So we have a pretty solid lane going here. What we can do now is we can slam this Jessica Jones. What is with all... Oh, this is the Quicksilver I put into my deck. That's pretty funny. So opponent thinks, right, there's no shot that they're going to get out ahead. But I think I don't know. I think I'm pretty solid on what's going to be going on. Professor X. It's actually really bad. It's kind of destroys our whole Heimdall idea that we're going for, right? Our opponent can definitely get more than 15 power here, even with just a... You know, the ways that we could win is if they somehow mess up and they accidentally add different cards over here. If we had like a Green Goblin in this deck, we could do pretty well. Let's just play Heimdall. And there's no reason to leave here. So opponent... If opponent's looking to play Destroyer, which I thought was what they were going to do... They're not going to destroy this card. This Warpath is going to turn off and we're actually going to get ahead. And then I think that this will be enough to beat whatever this is. Maybe they're planning on playing like a Nova Bucky middle. I still don't understand that. We're going to be at 20 here. We're going to finish out this game. I think that opponent might have just completely like messed up what they were looking to do. Now that it's looking like they're trying to put 2 cards down here. Devil Dinosaur Destroy. If it's Destroyer though and Leader. Interesting play by our opponent. They definitely got me. I was expecting them to do some weird middle things and maybe mess up, but that's totally fine. What's your favorite current meta deck? Really enjoying Dracula Discard. Dracula Discard's great with like Apocalypse and like doing a hyper discard. Currently, what I'm running right now is an Electro deck that I really love. I'm gonna try and outside of streaming, I'm pretty much just gonna grind this deck. I think I can get it to infinite. I think I might do an infinite push this season. I've been playing the game so much. But this is the Electro deck I've been playing. I'm probably going to sub back out Dr. Doom for... I had Magneto instead of Dr. Doom, and I used to have Leech instead of Arrow, but this deck feels so good. You can do like Electro into Pass Infinite Taskmaster things. You can do like Wave, Giganto, Taskmaster, and then you have your turn 6. Lots of really creative ways to win, and having both Electro and Wave to be able to play 2 6-drops and a 5-drop by the end of the game feels really good with 8 different 5 and 6 drops. Super fun deck. So that's my favorite meta deck right now by far. I really like Patriot, so I've been playing like some Patriot type stuff. I played like a Daredevil Destroyer deck that was a ton of fun. Yeah, Wave is very important. It's really hard to run an Electro deck without Wave, because if you play Electro in that deck on 3, then you're playing 5-drop, 6-drop, 6-drop to finish. If you play Wave, then you play 6-drop, 5-drop, 6-drop. So you have 2 different ways to finish out the game. So I would always recommend that. So we almost got that one off. I think that opponent was kind of sneaky with that Leader. Might want to make some. I might end up making some adjustments. The Carnage feels a little bit iffy, but we'll see. I also shouldn't be playing Angela in the left lane. Angela should most likely be going for the middle or the right lane. Opponent's playing Cable in their deck. I don't really see too many other decks running Cable, so that's a little bit surprising. Now we can either just rush this Carnage out and just get 2 power for it. It seems like an okay choice, but 4, 5, 6. I think we're just gonna rush it out. Sinister London do be looking fun. Sinister London is one of my favorite locations in the whole game. We'll go and get Bishop out over here on Monster Metropolis. And then we're going to play Jessica Jones over here on the left on this Angela. I didn't get as much juice out of this Angela. Angela definitely should have been played in the middle. We're going to go ahead and play the Jessica Jones down. I'm now getting punished for not holding the Carnage. Next turn we could have had a pretty good turn of like Rocket Raccoon, Carnage Nova. So the whole point of this deck is to juke our opponents. So what we're aiming to do is to play on the middle and the right, and then we're going to play Heimdall at the end of the game to juke out our opponents over on the left. Now, opponent could soul read us and play a Hobgoblin over here. I don't think that based on what they're playing, they're going to be playing a Hobgoblin. What I'm expecting them is to play on the Angela lane, so I'm going to soul read them and play the Gamora middle. And I missed. It's okay, that's still a 9-power Gamora. Opponent tried to soul read us and missed. And once again, we are missing our key piece that we really want to finish out this game. But what we do have is we're going to be able to play an Iron Man. We're going to get just 2 extra power over here on the Nova. Going to be unlikely our opponent can play something much bigger, like if they're running like Chavez or something. Going to get +2 power here, an additional +2 power. We actually have a chance to win this game even without hitting our main win condition.
I am Iron Man.
So if opponent played something bigger than a Chavez, we lose. Spider-Man is not going to do it. It's going to be close though. We got our victory. Hopefully we'll get a better example of how this game can win by getting our Heimdall out and showing that juke. But Heimdall just seems to be hanging out in the bottom of the deck. Sinister London's so fun. Yeah, love it. Electro Ramp is so fun, dude. Electro Ramp is so much fun. You have so many it seems like a straightforward deck, but the decision making that you make in like the last couple of turns on how to best get your power out is so fun. Hey Banks, do you have a certain character or variant that you want to get added to Marvel Snap in the future? I mean, I don't know. It's weird, right? Like, certain characters like would just be nice to see, like Black Panther, and like the Black Panther like Hulkbuster armor type thing would be really cool. But like all my favorite Marvel characters, I don't really like love or go crazy about too many Marvel characters, to be honest. Like just specifically, there was some variants. Someone had okay, so now we have the Heimdall. So now we're going to kind of show what we want to do with this deck. So we're going to try and push the middle and the right, and then at the very end of the game we're going to jump over to the left. Onslaught Citadel doesn't give us too much power, but these are two very crazy locations so far. Heimdall, you can see, oh actually, you know what, that's a really good question. I need to slow down the screen show or the slideshow a little bit. Let me find this. Winner file, deck one. Okay, properties. So if you look over on the right, you'll see all the cards as they go through. Let's go to 6 seconds between. But Heimdall is going to move all of our cards over to the left. So you can see now we got Sanctum Sanctorum, which literally does not allow our deck to work. Bit unfortunate. We also are not going to be able to get this Carnage off pretty much ever. But with a Soul Reed Gamora, Heimdall, even just as an 8-power card, I think that we'll be fine. Maybe we want to get this Bishop middle and just really push middle. Yeah, also you can exclamation point card. Or sometimes if you just say Heimdall, the Hiketron will listen to it. But exclamation point card and then the card name, you can get it. Okay, so opponent's snapping. I'm actually really confident here. I'm going to play Gamora over on the left. Potentially after that, I'm going to do Heimdall things. But with Onslaught Citadel, I have the Iron Man. The opponent might be playing a weird thing. But here you're going to see kind of like where some of the power of this deck comes from. So opponent expects us to have to play like all out here in the middle. What we're going to do is we're going to jump our cards. Actually, let's keep the Heimdall there. It'll get the Angela trigger as well. We'll send these 3 cards over, and then we'll finish this off with like Iron Man Nova to finish out the middle lane. So opponent's like, oh, okay, we're going to face this middle. No, just kidding. Heimdall's going to juke. Now they have to beat 19 power over here on the left. This is terrifying. So if opponent has Iron Man here, I'm never winning the, I'm never winning, right? Actually, I can't even fill up my lane because of Mojo. But if opponent doesn't have Iron Man here, he has 3 cards in his deck. He might be trying to do something with, let's say, like Ant-Man to try and get this Omega Red to pop off. If he plays down an Ant-Man, the Ant-Man can go up to 25 power. But with my Iron Man here, we're going to go up to 40. So we'll be winning. So we lose to an opposing Iron Man, but we're going to win against most of what the rest of my opponent's going to play. And we can't fill this up with the Ant-Man because otherwise we're going to get this Mojo. This will work out to be 8 triggers, so it'll gain 48 power. So it'll just like destroy us. So we're just going to play out this Iron Man. We're going to hope that it's going to be enough. If it's not, that's okay. We're going to move on to the next game. Like I said, we lose to Iron Man. We beat just about everything else here. And we lost to an Iron Man. That's okay. Look at how much power my opponent's about to get. It's going to be really big.
I am.
So most of what my opponent might have played outside of that, yeah, that's a lot of power, right? So Onslaught with Onslaught Citadel, they double each other, so you get 8 times the triggers. So Iron Man doubles the location 8 times. So they have like 14 power, and then you do 14 to like the times 2 to the 8th, which is 256. So 14 times 256. Wait, did I just nail the math? Wait, let me see here. 14 times 256. 3584. God, I'm so smart. Yeah, so it's going to multiply it 256 times the amount of power they had here, other than my Iron Man, which only does it 4 times. Let's go Iron Crumb. Yeah, I should have known that, right? I did a whole stream about the 256 and how it works. But that's fine. You know, we knew there going in we're going to lose to Iron Man. If we lose to Iron Man there, that sucks. We also have just not gotten a really good chance to kind of showcase how this deck is meant to work. So it's all right. The Nexus, again, is going to make this really, really hard. Just because... Okay, we get a card with an opponent's hand. Opponent's Khazar. They might be running some kind of Zoo style deck, but we'll go ahead and get Angela down in the middle. We're just going to hope that we draw Heimdall. So what we're going to do is we're going to push really hard in the middle. Opponent played the exact same thing that we did. Always do the Spider-Man point. I think that just Medusa middle is fine. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get this bishop off over here on the left. Gets a Patriot down. Maybe we can do Jessica Jones next turn, because we can Heimdall somewhere else. Let's go ahead and get this lizard planted over here. We're still hoping that we get Heimdall off the rip. If we don't, we're gonna be in a pretty sad spot, but we'll just kind of have to accept it. Bishop's a really good card to get down early if you're just starting the game. It's gonna raise by 1 power for every card that you play. Super strong effect there. Actually, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna Iron Man here in the middle. And again, we're really hoping for this Heimdall. If we can get this Heimdall on the last draw, we're gonna be in a great spot. If we don't get this Heimdall, we're gonna feel a little bit silly. Opponent is almost certainly a Ultron deck, so they have Patriot, they have Khazar. What they're going to try and do is play an Ultron out, which is going to fill all the rest of the locations with +1 power. Hopefully we'll have enough power on the Nexus to end up winning, especially with this Iron Man that's going to be coming down. Could fall into a rough situation. With this Patriot deck getting a lot of things happening over here on the right. And again, we're just really hoping for that Heimdall off the rip. We get the Heimdall off the rip. So we're going to play Heimdall middle. What Heimdall middle is going to do for us, it's going to give +2 power to our Angela. So it's going to be at 7. And we're going to send all of this over here to the Nexus. So it should give us, with +2, 32, it's about 42 power here in the Nexus. Now, what my opponent is going to play is they're going to play Ultron right here in the middle. So opponent's going to play Ultron right there in the middle. It's going to fill up this side with 4 power bots because the Patriot and the Khazar are going to give it +4 power. They're only going to have 16 power on the Nexus. My Heimdall Juke is going to win this game. Get this, Heimdall. It's going to pull all of those cards over to the left. Ultron, it's going to fill the location here on the left with not nearly enough power to end up getting the W. You always have to be really smart about how the Nexus affects... Man, that was close! Actually, I didn't know that Heimdall doesn't work with Angela, so apparently if you use Heimdall on top of Angela, it doesn't get the extra 2 power, as I was expecting. Yeah, really strong play there to move everything over to the left. Opponent wasn't expecting it at all. We're able to get the W. I absolutely forgot about Lizard. Yes. Don't you sweat it. The reason that Lizard's in is just because A, it's pretty powerful at 5 power, and going down to 2 isn't the worst thing in the world. But yeah, it's not great. Did have the hard read on the Ultron though. Opponent just didn't play around the Nexus super well. All right, Jukeus. We're gonna Jukeus is the plan. Boys, the plan is simple. We're gonna juke the jukiest. We got a free Angela out of the Triskelion. Very nice. And we're gonna get it played out immediately. Hopefully we draw another 2-drop. I would put a second Angela on there. We got a second Gamora as well. It gave us 2 cards that were actually in our hand. Yo, chill, dude. Chill, bro. Chill. I'm trying to play cards out here, dog. This X Mansion is pretty bad for us. But if it gives us like a destroy mechanic, it's gonna be awesome. So I guess we'll just see what we get here. Opponent plays Thor. Looks like that was a Triskelion card. The Giganto was a Triskelion card. I didn't even realize that they got 14 power for free. Kind of cracked. I'm gonna go ahead and play our Jessica Jones here in the middle. The problem with our Juke this game is that we don't necessarily want to end up in this middle lane. So we're gonna hopefully put ourselves in a position where our opponent doesn't fight over on the right. Maybe goes pretty hard in the left lane without knowing what we're gonna be doing. Is this game as strategic or in-depth as a game like Magic or Hearthstone? Probably not Magic the Gathering. I mean, Magic the Gathering has an insane amount of depth with just how the game is like designed overall. But I would say that it definitely holds up to I would say that it like certainly holds up to Hearthstone. We play Gamora. I'm gonna expect Triskelion play there. We actually lose the Triskelion play. Okay, we're in a lot of trouble here. We're probably just gonna have to leave this game because if we try and Heimdall middle, we're just not gonna have it work. There is some ways that we can maybe make this happen if we go like 7. If we go like here and then Ant-Man, we'll actually add 11 power over here and get a tie going. The problem is that the Punisher is going to grow as we do this, so it's not going to give us quite enough. I think that unfortunately opponent's just going to play the biggest card that they have over here on the right, and we're going to be in a lot of trouble. Opponent getting Quinjet to play these cards for cheaper is pretty crazy. So we're just going to say that's tough. Our opponent got a free 16 power card. What are you going to do? Can I say I really appreciate my HUD? Thank you so much. Someone named Nate Wolf, if you are a fan of like Hearthstone or Wild Hearthstone in particular, he runs a Hearthstone podcast called Born to Be Wild. We were talking about forming a podcast together when this game first dropped in beta, but he just didn't have like the time to do it. But he just worked with me to create this whole thing. It's really, really beautiful. He created all the assets and everything like that. And yeah, I try and put some extra care. It does take me extra time to like make this slideshow of the cards so that you can see the cards and like get an idea of what they look like and have the deck up at the top. But I find that I feel like it's definitely worth it for just people getting a little bit better of a viewing experience. But yeah, Random Vengeance, to finish answering your question, I don't think that it's as strategic nearly as Magic, but it's about as strategic as Hearthstone. I think that the depth of this game, especially in a competitive format exists, is going to really blow up. Now, potentially we could have played out Ant-Man there in turn 1, but I don't think we necessarily needed to. We can start looking to get an Angela going. So this is like a position where like the negative zone is another really scary thing to be worrying about here. We're going to need to get some pretty big cards to be able to compete with it. So we're going to play Rocket Raccoon here and feel really confident that we're going to get this. And then what we're also going to do is play an Ant-Man, and we're going to get this Nova down because we're going to be looking to Carnage that Nova next turn. Still no Heimdall. When plays the Hood, I have to expect a Killmonger is going to come down now, which is a bit scary for me. Anytime that you see opponents play cards like the Hood and Nova, a lot of times they're going to be using a Killmonger, especially if they're going to play it on this Angela lane. So we can actually go ahead and Carnage and then Medusa over here on the same lane. So Medusa's only going to get up to 1 power, but I think that it's still going to be kind of worth it for us. And this Carnage is going to be decently sized. It's going to be at about 2 power. But again, we might even just be trying to juke out. We are going to run into some troubles if we do get hit with this Killmonger, though, because it's going to destroy a lot of our power over here on the right side. One plays the demon out after it, so they got a little bit of a lead over here. Now we are almost certain that that we're gonna have them play something here, and we want to get our bishop down. Just put our bishop there, and then have the Gamora come down as well. Opponent doesn't play anything over there. They actually lock down the left side. It's going to be very rough for us. Okay, we have a Gamora versus a Mysterio here. And we're just going to be in a lot of trouble here, right? We can't do anything over on the left side. We didn't get our Heimdall. Opponent's snapping. You know, maybe if we had Heimdall, we slam Heimdall in the middle, pull the Angela over, and maybe we kind of sneak them out if they're trying to push hard in the middle location. I definitely think that it's worth a retreat here. What's up, B-Water? Welcome in. Welcome in. Jay Madrid, thanks so much. I'm still very inexperienced with the game. I hardly ever know what I'm doing. But one thing I've learned is I love comboing Odin and White Tiger at Camartage. Yeah, I mean, it's always great. Plus, there's a card called Wong that you unlock in Pool 3, which basically just gives you your own Camartage. So I was actually very recently, my most recent YouTube video that just went out earlier today, I'll go ahead and just plug my YouTube really fast. My most recent video uses things like Dr. Doom, Camartage, Dr. Doom, Wong, White Tiger, Odin, all those cards are used and you'll kind of see what the deck starts to look like when you get into the later stages of the game. Not trying to spoil or anything, or you're going to do a co-op with Martian. I watch him follow both you guys. Would be a lot of fun. Yeah, I asked him about it on, I'm guessing you saw, I asked him about it on Twitter. I love Martian. We've hung out. We played like Pokemon Unite together and stuff. So we've like had conversations and stuff in the past. That's why I reached out to him, because I just got excited that he might like the game, because I feel like we have really good synergy. If we do, I might have him on this channel on a day that he has off. No, there's nothing to spoil. There's nothing to spoil. He said I reached out to him on Discord after I made that Twitter comment, and he said that maybe in the future it probably wouldn't be on his channel. I think he just has a Hearthstone focus and he doesn't want to try other games in there. But he said that you know, if he keeps playing the game and he gets excited, he'd want to come on. So that'd be nice. Yeah, the Odin, White Tiger, Dr. Doom stuff is all really cool. Downloaded it before it went global, became completely obsessed. Found your main channel, really liked the content. Yo, thank you so much. I really love this game, and I'm happy that you get to share that enjoyment that I have for it with me. So my aim here is probably let's Nova over on the right. Again, we're looking to set up our Heimdall Juke towards later in the game. Seeing Nova always scares me about Killmonger, so I might need to be just a little bit light on how I'm trying to take care of things here. Now we're still going to Medusa middle. We might go really hard on the right side. We're hoping to get... okay, opponent plays out a Mysterio. Definitely expecting a destruction style card over here on the left next turn. But we'll go ahead and get our bishop settled. Titan's pretty nice if we do end up getting our Heimdall, which seems to be eluding us. We'll be able to play him over here on the right, and be able to squeeze in a 1-drop at the same time. Okay, so Monster Island's gone. We still have our Titan, so if we get Heimdall, which we do, we're going to have a play for... So here's okay, so now I have basically the rest of my turns, right? On turn 4, I'm going to play Jessica Jones. Turn 5, I'm going to play Iron Man. And on turn 6, I'm going to play Heimdall. There's a couple things I need to make sure of. I need to make sure that I'm going to win over on the left when I move everything. So what I'm going to aim for, the middle is probably going to be the hardest because I'm moving this monster off of here. So I'm probably going to be dropping Heimdall on the middle to move those over. And then I could squeeze Ant-Man in with it. We're going to try and give on the right lane. I think we Jessica Jones middle. We're going to Iron Man right, and then we're going to Ant-Man right, Heimdall middle, or maybe Ant-Man left, Heimdall middle. We'll get it worked out. We'll get the math worked out. But I think that this is going to be one of our best examples of how this juke is going to get utilized. Playing rescue over on the right is great for us because we're actually not competing on that lane. Our opponent thinks that we're competing on that lane, and we're going to push them even farther with pushing Iron Man over here. And then we're gonna juke them out with the Heimdall and move everything over to the left. So there is a chance. I think that the real Mysterio is over on the right. I don't think the opponent would fill that lane, which looks like they're gonna do, without having that be the case. I'm really confident. I'm totally fine. I think I'm gonna snap back against our opponent. They could have like a lockdown style card. They play like Professor X. We're a little bit spooked, but we should still be totally fine. Thank you. They blew up my Nova for me. I wasn't going to be able to do that, so very nice of our opponent here. So here's what we're going to do, right? I'm not sure where our opponent's going to try and fight us. They might try and fight us here in the middle. So what we're going to do is we're going to Ant-Man over here on the left, and then we're going to Heimdall. Now what this is going to do is going to move Bishop up to 6 power. The Ant-Man's going to trigger, that's going to be 4 power. So we're going to have a ton of power here in the middle. And then we're going to swap this 24 power over to the left. So even if we lose here, this is just kind of like the idea. God damn it. Wait, no, it's still fine. It's still fine. This is why the Heimdall Juke is so sick. Look at this. They destroyed my big cards. I don't care. I don't need those cards. I'm going to send Medusa over there to beat you by 1 and move my whole right side over to finish it out. Even if they have the Mysterio in the middle, we're going to get the victory here. Wow. That is how you Heimdall Juke, baby. That's why you run Heimdall. Oh, man. Oh, that one's good. So, yeah, so... Again, if you are in Pool 1, I'm going to highlight 3 of these decks here today. So this is the first one. I'm going to move on to the next one. This is the reason why you would want to do a deck like this. It's really fun. There's exciting combos. You can move at the very end, and you can feel really, really smart when you get these kind of jukes. Yeah, so and even we got crushed. Our opponent destroyed 19 power with the Shang-Chi. We still moved, and we shifted over and took care of everything and got the 8 cubes. Wonderful game. Oh man, that's why we play Snap, baby. And look at me, I'm up to 64. I've always been someone who kind of straggles right around 40 and 50, but I'm actually moving on up. All right, let's look at our next one here. This deck is cool too. I think all 3 of these decks are really cool. So this deck is called Klon Slot. Wait, I have to spell it with a K. It's Klon Spot. Klon Slot. It's so hard to say. So this deck is Klon Slot. The goal of the deck is to pair Claw and Onslaught together on top of each other. It's plays like this that make me want to see a reaction cam of the opponent. Yeah, they'd probably be not super excited. Yo, I have no idea how to say your name. Thanks so much for the follow. Unlocking the best power notification, all twitch.tv. Everyone in chat says thank you. So Klon Slot. Klon Slot is a deck that's built around Mr. Fantastic, Blue Marvel, Claw, and Onslaught. We have Namor slotted in here, which you might not know how to use because you're like, oh, okay, if I put Namor down in a location, I'm kind of in trouble because they can just beat me. But we're okay with our opponent beating us in this situation. Essentially, we want to put Namor in one of our off lanes and just have 10 power on our off lane, just spending 4 energy for it. And that's totally fine. Or we can do it on the Klon slotted lane, because if we do Claw and Onslaught, it's going to add 12 power to a location. If we already have a Namor there, it's going to be 22 power. Very, very hard for our opponent to beat. So just give me 1 second here. Let me know if you have any questions about any kind of like the deck choices, anything like that, while I get everything set up here to be able to play this for you. I think this deck will. I think this one will work really well. I was looking at how to build Pool 1 decks that, you know, aren't just your kind of run-of-the-mill deck that everyone else has seen. I just like looked through all the people, like all like the Snap whatever for like what people are saying is like the deck that you should play in tier 1. I'm just like, let me try and find something that's quite different than these. Here, No, I'm gonna keep the Chibi Korgan. I've been trying to use like the base variants for a lot of these, but Chibi Korg is too good. I'm gonna keep Chibi Korgan. We got Nightcrawler in this deck, which is pretty nice. We'll make sure that Nightcrawler's schmooving around. We have Rocket Raccoon in here, so we have all these. We keeping Angela, keeping Medusa in the deck. We have Scarlet Witch. Just wanted to highlight Scarlet Witch. I think Scarlet Witch can fit into just about anyone. I love the chibis. Yeah, I have a full chibi set. I love Agatha. Sarah's one of my favorites. Rockslide is cursed and awesome. Love Korg. Angela's probably my favorite though. I love this Angela chibi. And the armor one. The armor one I wanted for so long. Patriot's really good. Electro's really good. They're all really good. I think that chibi by far is the highest floor of any of the variants. I've never gotten like a chibi variant and been like, eh. Every time I'm just like, oh, this is so cute. You'll notice that there are some similarities. A lot of decks are going to run Bishop and Angela. If you have Bishop and Angela, you can pretty much just run it in just about any deck. It's a fantastic couple of cards. You're not running Bishop in this deck though, but we will be running it in another one. We got to show off the Namor and the Mr. Fantastic. And of course, we have Blue Marvel. Blue Marvel, I might cut in this deck. It kind of gives us an alternate win condition for a couple of different things that might happen, right? Sometimes you get some situations where you get a bunch of random tokens and stuff on your side, and it kind of sucks. Blue Marvel can take care of those and just make them all a little bit stronger. Obviously, Claw Onslaught is the way that we want to finish out a lot of games. I was thinking about having Iron Man in this deck, but I was having trouble fitting him in. I would have to have gotten rid of Blue Marvel, and I felt like Blue Marvel just... we don't want to be too win more in one location, right? Because usually, like, the Claw Onslaught location that you're going to want to have is going to be, like, Ant-Man, Mr. Fantastic, Claw, and Onslaught. And the Ant-Man's going to get up to 7 power. You're going to have 2, 4. You're going to have enough power to win most... like, to win most one-on-one lanes. So I didn't really feel like Iron Man was doing enough for me to warrant it. Maybe you could try slotting it in. Binks, how does Blue Marvel feel at 5 cost? Blue Marvel is so much better. Blue Marvel, it's like one of the biggest buffs they've had in a long time. Yeah, Colossus Chibi's fire. Oh, I love, yeah, B-Water. It makes me so happy you came over from Dan's community. You went from asking me about a trade and Dan cards. Now you're watching. I really appreciate that. Agent 13 is perfect. I'm a huge Dan Giesling and Northern Lion stan. Those are like the 2 content creators I watch by far the most. So anyone who likes them and likes me, it makes me feel really good that I'm doing a little bit of something right. Okay, let me just make sure this all looks good. We got Korgan here, got the Nightcrawler. Okay, Claw Onslaught. Agent 13, yeah, the Agent 13 chibi is really fuego as well. So we're gonna play Claw Onslaught. This is only pool 1 cards. I thought Namor was pool 2, but then I found out he is pool 1, so we can use him. So let's start talking about how we're gonna use Claw Onslaught. I already see we have Onslaught available. Angela is also a really great thing that you can throw in your combo lane. I could just YOLO out this Rocket Raccoon, seeing that I have 2 other 2-drops and I have an Angela that I could play this Rocket Raccoon in, that I automatically get its buff is really nice. Really nice. Love Northern Line? Hell yeah, dude. Northern Line is so goated when it comes to content creation. We have Danger Room. So Danger Room, this is telling me that this is where I want to do my Claw Onslaught, is to hit the Danger Room. So we're going to throw Angela here as our first card. And then we're going to try and sneak in 1 other card next to it. We could have also tried to Scarlet Witch the Danger Room, but I kind of like having this Danger Room and our opponent doesn't want to do anything there. The opponent's setting up a Destruction Lane. I can probably feel confident slamming this Rocket Raccoon down. Then I'm going to need to have a different thing to actually utilize this. I don't know how good my shot is of winning this location, so maybe I just want to Scarlet Witch it away. I could also think about just YOLO Medusing in the Danger Room. Maybe this becomes more of a Blue Marvel game. We are waiting on either Blue Marvel or Claw, so in the next 2 turns we're going to decide where we kind of have to go. My opponent's a Destruction deck. I don't really want them to have cards. Let's go ahead and Scarlet Witch this Asgard away. Well, we missed on the Rocket Raccoon. They even played Deathlock here just to try and be ahead on Asgard. So getting rid of this is actually really great for us. What we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to throw a Korg and a Nightcrawler and a Medusa. We're just going to play all of our cards out here. Opponent snap. So I think opponent's going to try and do some kind of like Venom or Carnage type things over in Cloning Vats. But I think that we're going to get far enough ahead that we still feel pretty good. Opponent's going to do a Destruction here. Probably going to have the Carnage come down, but they're playing pretty off curve. And we didn't lose to the Danger Room, so we're in a pretty good position on like all of these locations, right? Bucky Barnes beating us over here on the left is a bit tough. Now this is really tough, right? We wanted to be in a much better spot regarding like utilizing like our Klon slot type stuff. But maybe we're now looking to just win the right and the left. So what I'm thinking is that we move that here. We're going to play the Mr. Fantastic here. You know what? Maybe we can fight for this left location. They just have a Winter Soldier and a Carnage here. The Winter Soldier does get the extra buff, but we have an Angela down that we can start to pump. I'm thinking we actually do something more like this, this, and this. And then I think that this is going to give us the most flexibility for trying to get a victory next turn. And we'll see. Opponent's already snapped, so we get to see turn 6 for free, essentially. We've already paid the due of doubling everything down. And Mr. Fantastic dies. That's okay. You expect that when you're playing in Danger Room. It happens 100% of the time for you, and very unlikely for our opponent. Okay, that's probably why our opponent snapped, is because they have the Killmonger that rips through his stuff. So we're just gonna go ahead and retreat. No worries. Anytime that you're playing one of these pool 1 decks, you're probably gonna be much more focused on 1-drops than when you get into pool 3, because so many people run Killmonger once you get past pool 2. So it's okay. We'll take our L's when people slam down Killmonger on us. That's totally fine. Okay, so Xandar is looking totally fine. Again, I think that Korg is a card that if you have the chance to play it on 1, you play it on 1. Korg is going to give you a 55% chance for your opponent to draw a card if you play it on turn 1. It just keeps lowering every single time. So getting that Korg done on 1 feels really good. I think Xandar is an okay place to be putting this. We can maybe try and fight for Xandar and then throw Namor over on the right, and then you know we can put Angela here in the middle and make this our lane that we're fighting for. Iceman hitting the Mr. Fantastic hurts, but it's better probably than the Angela. It's looking like this will be okay as an Angela lane. We can't make this our combo lane anymore. Can't land Namor on that lane. Can't land Mr. Fantastic on that lane. So lots of problems that come from the big house. I think that if I get the opportunity to leave, I'm going to leave pretty soon. Like if our opponent snaps before the end of the game, I think that I'm at a huge disadvantage currently. So we're just going to have to take the L there. We're going to get the Rocket Raccoon and the Nightcrawler down. Nightcrawler, a wonderful card to play on top of an Angela because you can move it away and then give 2 extra power later on. Opponent's going to storm the big house. Actually, not too bad for us, honestly. Actually, that was probably one of the best things that could have happened, because now this allows us to slam down this Mr. Fantastic here. So if we're going to just slam down the Mr. Fantastic, it's going to give us extra power on our side lanes. We can drop Namor over here on the right. It's going to get a little bit extra boost from this Mr. Fantastic. We have a Blue Marvel in the deck. Blue Marvel can eventually help us out winning some of these other lanes. Opponents have Wong style deck, so they're probably looking to do either White Tiger things or potentially doing some like Dr. Doom kind of thing. So Dr. Doom, this beats Dr. Doom now. We're going to see if they get the White Tiger off. They might be doing White Tiger into Odin, at which point we're probably going to have to retreat because I don't really think that we have a way to beat that, but we'll see. We're going to tie us over here. So what we're expecting, unfortunately, is going to be the Odin to drop on top of the Wong. That's going to trigger White Tiger several more times. You might have an out, though. We played these two, and we moved the Nightcrawler. Okay, wait. Hear me out, chat. So if we played all these cards out here, we're going to get 4, 5, 3, 5. We're going to add 13 power here. The Odin isn't going to add 13 power. Our opponent fully thinks that they're going to win, but this Claw coming in and winning this flooded location when they thought for sure it's going to be a tie, we're going to go ahead and snap. We're going to snap and we're going to win. Even if opponent plays Odin, they're going to think they're really strong. They played 3 more Tigers over on the right, but it's just not going to give enough. Now, opponent might have a read on that and then play Gamora over on the left. That'd be really interesting if they end up doing that, but we'll see what ends up happening here. It looks like they didn't actually play the Odin, so we might have get into some trouble. They get 2 of these on the Iron Target on the right. Very interesting. Good job from our opponent. Was not expecting that at all. Maybe they did have Odin in hand, but them seeing me snap made them think that I had some way around it. So maybe the snap there wasn't as optimal as I thought. I felt very big brain though. Let's see here. How many different locations are there? There are so many different locations. I have a location tier list on my YouTube channel. You can check out. I go over most of them, but other than that, you can go to like Marvel Snap Zone. It has a pretty good lock on all the different locations. But I think there's like, what was 100? Some 80 to 100 would be my guess. Question for you guys: set a PB of 55 today. I'm just wondering how slow the ladder climb curve gets past 60. I'm not sure what you mean by how slow the ladder climb curve goes. You start facing less and less bots. It's kind of weird when you're really low collection level. If you burst out way ahead, you can start finding bots, but a lot of times you're not gonna run into too many bots. So it's always just kind of tough. I think that last time the Washington DC was on the left and my opponent played on Washington DC. Of course, this time they don't. Yeah, tons and tons of locations. My deck isn't set up to take advantage of Sinister Linen, so I'm going to turn it off. This is the good part about Scarlet Witch. So Scarlet Witch, it's a fairly static minion, right? 2 energy, 3 power. But if I sit there and I say, hey, I don't think that I'm as well equipped to take care of this location as maybe some of my opponents might be, you can just throw it down and just say, hey, we're not going to play with this location. No. We have 1 empty lane, so I think that makes a lot of sense to put our Angela there. We can even throw a Nightcrawler. Next turn, we can do Ant-Man, Mr. Fantastic middle. Yeah, I was expecting maybe like a full Guardians deck coming from our opponent. So we could put ourselves into a little bit of a weird position by doing this because we're then forced, essentially, to take that down. So what we're going to do is we'll play Captain Mr. Fantastic middle, and we'll put Ant-Man over here. Opponent could potentially have Killmonger things, so putting it over there probably just makes a little bit more sense for us. We're playing Dracula, so very interesting cards that our opponent is playing. Our opponent's playing Bishop, Star-Lord, Dracula. Not really sure what exactly is going on. What I'm scared of here is that opponent's going to slam down a Gamora, and that Gamora is going to be really hard for us to take care of. I think that I'm going to play... yeah, I have this Dracula. It's very, very spooky. I like this one too. We're going to play this one out. I probably would have left in this situation if I were you. So if you saw this from your opponent, maybe expecting to try and run there. Diego Vela, thanks so much for the follow. Knocking the best fire notification all twitch.tv. Everyone in chat says thank you. So I think if we onslaught middle, we just give ourselves the best chance possible. We're adding 7. We're adding a lot of power to the middle lane. We're adding to the outside lanes. I think that we're going to just stick this one out, see what our opponent can do. They're a Serum Miracle type deck, so they're going to play a ton of cards. Hopefully this gives us just enough juice to win it over on the right and to hold our location on the middle. Maximus, if they landed that real Mysterio in the middle, it looks like they had enough to beat us. But if a Mysterio was left or right, we ended up winning. They did put the Mysterio in the middle. Very well done by our opponent. I had thoughts to move Nightcrawler over to the left. And had I done that, I think we win. I think if I would have moved that Nightcrawler over to the left, we win. Having this Ant-Man not have his power fulfilled field's bad. But that's a meta deck. That's a Sarah Miracle deck. It's a very, very strong deck. So losing to that with a pool 1 deck, we feel totally fine. Hope fair, and thanks so much for following. Locking the best follower notification all at twitch.tv. Everyone chat says thank you. Today I got bullied with Arrow. Dude, Arrow is so good. Arrow is so underrated. I was playing that Electro deck, like I said, and I had Leech in that 5 spot. And it was like kind of cool, and like sometimes I would leech someone, but like Leech, it just doesn't feel like it does enough. A lot of times. Sweet Johnny. I wonder if this is we're gonna snap. It's District X. Let's have some fun. We're gonna hold, and then we're gonna Angela. Love it, love it. A lot of times, so there's a few different locations where I think that you should just snap because it's fun. District X and Weird World, you can kind of do it if you please. It's not kind of like necessary for you to do, but it's pretty fun. But if you see Ego, or if you see Ego or Weird World, I definitely do them. We have a nice rogue target here with this Mojo. It's pretty nice. Quinjet's gonna come in super clutch. So let's just get these 2 cards out there. Quinjet's gonna make every card we draw cost 1 less. Onslaught Citadel over on the right feels a little bit bad. Yeah, World Ship's crazy. I snap a lot on World Ship. The rules of Ego, you snap and you end turn immediately and you always finish the game. If I snap immediately, opponent snaps immediately, I will hit end turn. I don't care if I have 100% guaranteed lost. I will let my opponent have 8 cubes. Alright, so we got this out. This is really nice for us. It's going to be tough for our opponent to beat this big house. And we're drawing cheap cards. We can even do some crazy stuff here. Okay, so I think that we're going to Mr. Fantastic over here on the right, and we're going to Ant-Man over here on the right. So both of these are going to be able to take advantage of Onslaught Citadel. Jack, VM91, thanks so much for the follow. Locking the best follower notification all at twitch.tv. Everyone in chat says thank you. So we'll get these 2 over to the right. This is going to give us 4 extra power to continue the cycle of us drawing cards. We could draw all of the cards in our deck by the end of this game. Actually, I don't think that's possible, but we could. Who knows? Giganto is great. We're probably just going to slam this down on turn 5. Feel really happy about it. We have a sick turn 6 coming. We could Khazar, Maximus. Like, our opponent's gonna have so much trouble beating us on multiple locations. Opponent's also playing like a Serum Miracle type deck, but I think the fact that we held Maximus until later in the game is going to be really beneficial for us. I think we're gonna play 3. It's like almost certainly we're going like Maximus Groot, right? And I think we Mysterio left. So Mysterio left will give us +2 here, but then +5 here. In case they get something crazy going with the Angela, but I don't think they ever beat this Groot. This Ant-Man's gonna go to 7. We already snapped. Opponent's probably retreating here, honestly. Opponent's not retreating, dude. Mad props. Because we are getting huge over on the right. We had a Sarah that costs 4 less. No shot. I guess they could have like the Infinite in their hand. They have 3 cards in hand. There's no shot, right? No shot. No way! way, dude! Fucking hell. I guess they had a 50-50. They did have a 50-50, to be fair. I thought it was just like they had a 50-50. So they used Colleen Wing to discard one of the cards out of their hand, and they had a 50-50 on the Infinite. Man, I should have just played the Big Mysterio middle. That hurts. That one hurts. What a gamer indeed. I just got gamed on by a gamer. And it does not feel good. Ooh, random variant chat, random variant pog, random variant. Let's see what it is. Ooh, that's pretty cool for. Oh wait, you know what we could do, chat? Do you guys want to pog out of your freaking minds, chat? Lad Cello. I heard that this doesn't matter anymore and that all these are going to get cracked. Do you guys want to crack 50 collector's reserves right now? Let's crack 10 of them. I don't want to go too hard. We'll crack 10 collector's reserves right now. Pokey. Thanks so much for the follow. Lock the best follow notification. All Twitch.tv. Everyone in chat says thank you. To pull off your Infinite Dracula combo when you have it's actually happened to me twice on stream. Someone else did that to me that was just ridiculous. It's like they had a District X first game, so they had them on their first 4 cards. So we'll crack 10 of these. Let's see what we get. New avatar, a little rock slide action. Most Def that's an awesome name. Most Def Isley. Thanks so much for the follow. Unlock the best follower notification. Star Wars based one. Star Wars based follower notification. Love to see it. So everyone thought that we should save all of these until they like change things. But then Ben Brode said that if we patch it, then it will just open all the collector's reserves that you have anyway. So basically what you need, 200 gold. Oh, baby. 400 credits. Oh my gosh. New Medusa variant. We got the Pixel Medusa. That's okay. I already have the Chibi Medusa, but we'll crack some. Dagger boosters. New avatar, Morph avatar. That's pretty good. The Northern Lion avatar. Love to see it. You cannot get duplicates of variants as far as I'm aware. Boosters. 200 gold, not bad. Here, we'll go until we get one more variant. Yeah, that is absolutely Northern Lion. Where was it? Oh, you don't get to see them. Northern Lion avatar. Oh, dude, this Brood variant is sick.
The
Binksy. Rafai Muhammad, thanks for the sub on YouTube. Appreciate it. If you want to hear the Voros twins say my name, you can sub over on YouTube yourself. This Brood variant is sick, dude. I don't think I've ever seen this variant before. American Pool event for Camartage. Unfortunately, Camartage is no longer the featured location. As you can see, Camartage event did end at 10 p.m. Central Time today. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be playing. I'm playing a couple of cool Pool 1 decks for you. So right now we're playing Klon Slot. Let's see, we have 41. Okay, we can crack one more. We'll get one more variant, chat. We'll crack until we get one more variant. Boosters. Okay, Spectrum Pixel. I can take a little Spectrum variant. I can take Cosmo. I mean, Cosmo is just good all the time. Wait, do you guys not like boosters? I really like events like that. I think that the Camartage one is really great because you can play just like an on-reveal deck. You can just throw Cosmo into whatever deck that you want, or you can just like slightly augment what you were doing to take advantage of it. I think Camartage is like the perfect one to do.
The Binksy.
Yo, Rhymes, thanks so much for the sub on YouTube. Appreciate it. All right, let's get some Klon Slot going. Had fun for like an hour and then got tired of it. I really liked it. I was just playing my Electro deck. And I kind of adjusted it to be a bit more. Oh, it's Dara! Yo, it's Dara. Man, welcome back. Dara was one of the people who... Oh no, dude. I have to beat... Dara's one of the best players in the game. I have to beat Dara with a pool 1 deck. That sucks, dude. Okay, let's aim the middle lane to be our combo lane. So we'll Ant-Man there. I probably should have just Korged on one. But I got scared. I got scared because I'm facing Dara. Ah! It's Korg right. Oh, no, I hope opponent isn't playing like Green Goblin stuff. Ooh, and they're gonna get Bucky Barnes on the ninja location. Okay, so I think we can do an Onslaught Blue Marvel game as opposed to trying to go too hard on any other direction. So let's just go ahead and Medusa middle, get some stats there. The problem is we might have to do it. No, we can Scarlet Witch the Strange Academy. This is fine. This is fine. Everything's fine, chat. Everyone chill out. We do need another 2-drop here. Okay, I mean, that's annoying, but it's not that annoying, right? Because... Fuck. Okay. Oh, dude, this debris is so annoying. Alright, we just have to... Okay. Chat, Danger Room doesn't exist. We're gonna get all 3 of these to trigger on Danger Room, and it's gonna be okay. Alright? We just have to pretend that Danger Room doesn't exist. Should you retreat once they snap? Probably yes. I'm facing Dara, and Dara is an awesome content creator for this game that I haven't gotten to play in a really long time. So I'm gonna play it out. Okay, so Blue Marvel and Onslaught ties us middle if they don't put any more power there. And it's gonna give us a lot over on the right lane. Or we could just have either of these get killed by the Danger Room and then immediately have to lose. Wave, okay. Opponent's playing a Death Wave style deck. We probably lose here, chat, but we're gonna play it out because we love Dara. Yo, PD Kane, welcome in. Welcome in. I've absolutely adored the stuff that you've been doing for both Talkwin and Kanye. Those are absolutely beautiful. And if you ever want to do me, just make sure it's leader. 42% chance all 3 don't get destroyed. Love that. Love that. I love math guys. Love math dudes in here. Would Hulkbuster and Naywar be a good combo? Yeah, it's a pretty cool combo. It's just hard to fit it in. Yeah. So if first of all, you wouldn't be playing against this deck that we're playing against if you're in pool 1, right? We're playing a pool 1 only deck. Opponent snap, that's fine. I'm not snapping back. I'm not snapping back because I'm just giving them cubes. There's no way we win here. Almost certainly. It's probably gonna play like leader and death. So that's death on the right. Yeah, we lose by 1. So close, dude. I'm so smart. Knew exactly what he was gonna play, and he's smart too. He knows that if Onslaught goes down, this only gets to 11. GG's, Dara. So yes, you should retreat in that case, especially if I think if you're playing a pool 1 deck against pool 3 decks, you should just retreat pretty quickly most of the time. But we'll play that one out. We'll play that one out. Okay, we have all of our 1-drops, which feels a little bit oof. So if opponent does play a 1-drop, they're not going to play on... Here, actually, we're going to get the Korg out. They're almost never going to play on Oscorp. So getting the Korg out early is pretty nice for us. That's great. I mean, it's fine. They lost their Wong. They're probably playing this Wong... I think they're just... Are they playing Exodia? Are they playing my deck? They're playing my deck. You definitely don't have to do it. I was just saying, if you ever did want to do me for one, I would definitely leader. Definitely big brain leader. Of course, don't feel any obligation to do so. I know that your time is valuable. Okay, turn one, we're going to want to play this Korg down for sure. So we get our 55% chance of them drawing a rock. Avengers Compound could very easily be our combo lane. We could finally take advantage of Namor, this one. Ooh, and getting Korg down on the Sanctum Sanctorum is huge. I'm going to snap. I think that snapping in situations like that tends to be pretty good for us. Unless opponent's playing a deck that can get to Sanctum Sanctorum itself, it's going to be in a little bit of trouble. I'm going to go ahead and do a little soul read on my opponent. Well, actually, we'll go ahead and Nightcrawler. Now we have to decide where is our opponent going to play. I think that they're going to play on the Angela lane, so we'll go ahead and get this Rocket Raccoon over there as well. This Namor might just be a chonky 4-drop. Oh, we missed it. Rip. It's gonna chill at 214 for a while before moving to pool 2. Interesting. I mean, I don't know. I've said this multiple times. I'm always someone who just wants to play the cards. So I would never do something like that, but more power to you if that's your jam. Man, I think I'm just gonna slam Namor over here on the right. I just slam Namor on the right and don't move the Nightcrawler yet. We'll have to see if we want to put more power over here. Opponent might be playing the deck that I was playing yesterday. How? Oh, wait, what? Okay.
Mjolnir to me. Mjolnir to me.
So I guess what do we lose to here, right? We lose to Odin, which our opponent has 5 cards in deck. Opponent had to draw me. Oh my gosh, dude! Did he dodge the rock and draw Mjolnir? If he dodged the rock, drew Mjolnir, and he had Odin, he's incredibly lucky. He could also be just faking me out, or he could have Doctor Doom. I guess let's see. What do we lose to? We lose to Doctor Doom. We lose to Odin. We lose to White Tiger 75% of the time. That's too many things. He probably runs all those in his deck, right? So Doom got discarded. Thank you. I should probably have kept my eye on that. Didn't he yeah, he discarded Doom. Man, maybe you're right. Maybe I should, they didn't discard Odin though. They discarded Enchantress, and Doom. Good eyes, chat. I'm so bad at checking what gets discarded. Good eyes, good eyes. I still like Odin just demolishes me there because the Gambit will destroy my whole board. We never beat Odin there. And if they're snapping, I gotta imagine that they had Odin. Either that or they were tricking me. And then more power to you. Soul Reed, Rocket Raccoon middle. Damn it. Plays Ebony Maw on turn 1. What a weird play. It's very rare that people play Ebony Maw on turn 1. I don't know what I want to play here. I don't mind Avengers Compound. I don't mind any of these locations. Like Claw, we can do some damage over here. Kind of wish I could save like Nightcrawler for something better. Let's just see if we can get something to kind of mess with them over here on the right. There's Atlantis. Don't want them to have Atlantis there. It's too good. Maybe just take the Medusa this turn though. See what our opponent's doing because I'm a little bit confused. Still confused as to why our opponent played out an Ebony Maw. Okay. Got rocks going. not sure. I don't really have a good read on what my opponent's doing. Plays Wong. I'm gonna guess they have some kind of crazy combo that's going. I finally get my Klon slot, but don't actually have the ability to get the whole thing off. I'm gonna play some White Tigers. Yeah, unfortunately, we're just not going to have enough juice to get over the top here. Very often we can win here, but again, we could I guess. Wait, if opponent. Okay, hold up. How does opponent win? Doom? Wait. Do I have a win here? How does my opponent win? Odin doesn't work. Odin will fill his whole lane up with debris, rocks, before it'll send any White Tigers out. He could win if he plays like Odin left. Would beat my Onslaught left. Yeah, let's try it. See what happens. If he plays Odin, he doesn't know what's going on. Yes, dude, opponent just didn't know. Those rocks are gonna fill his lane. Before the White Tiger. What? Oh no. Yeah, it goes 2 and then 2. I thought it would do 4 all in a row, not 2 and then 2. Just needed 1 more power. Man, that's really unfortunate. Location's full, by the way. Yeah, so yeah, Klon Slot, great name, right? Maybe I just didn't think about how the triggers are triggered because it's 2 and 2. I don't think opponent knew that was going to happen though. I don't even think opponent expected that, because if their whole plan was to win by only 7 power on the left, then that's not a really good plan. Okay, so we have a full Klon Slot lane set up. So this is what we've been trying to do the whole goddamn game. All right, chat. So here's what it's going to look like. We're going to Angela left, Mr. Fantastic left, do something turn 4, then we're going to claw Onslaught left. An opponent's not going to be able to disrupt us. That's slightly disruptive, but it's not that bad. It's annoying. Don't get me wrong. It's quite annoying. God damn it. God damn it. It's okay. It's okay, chat. Everything's fine. This is gonna ruin it. Okay, I have to Scarlet Witch there now, which I don't want to do, but I have to now because I can't have the Strange Academy throw the things over there. We have to wait till turn 5 to play it on the claw. God damn! Every time. I don't know why I say things. I just say like, "Hey, don't worry, nothing's gonna ruin it." Immediately gets ruined. Opponent has a tough time. Opponent's filling up the left. Oh, they have Falcon. We're playing a Falcon deck. This is really good for us. We're going to throw Mr. Fantastic to give us a little bit of extra juice on this left lane. And then, yeah, we can just throw Nightcrawler here. Actually, we'll throw Nightcrawler on the left lane. Be sneaky about it. And then he can move a little bit out. This actually should give us enough to trigger the Asgard, or at least stop them from triggering it. What is going on? The opponent's playing a Cerebro deck? Opponent's playing a Cerebro deck for sure. So Klon Slot should be enough to win middle, even if they get the full combo, because they'll add 12. Wait, no, it won't be enough if they get the full combo. Oh, and they ruined my claw, dude. They disrupted me with Iceman. I didn't even recognize that. What snapped, huh? I can win left. I can win left and right. If their goal is to Cerebro Mystique, which is like the only way they win certain areas, I think we win. Once pass, and then next turn they're gonna play Cerebro Mystique for sure. There's no shot they play anything else. Cerebro Mystique will have us win left and win right. They'll gain 12 power here. They'll be up to 19 power. This beats it. And then we're gonna get double Blue Marvel over on the right, which is gonna beat their Cerebro Mystique. So they did exactly what they want to do, but we're just better. Isn't it great that I can just like know exactly what the opponent's gonna play? It feels so damn good. I'll tell you what, when everything just works out exactly what you want. Damn, does it feel good. Just because you get your big combo off doesn't mean that you're gonna win. It's an important thing to remember. Do a quick camera reset. It's annoying me a little bit. It's not too bad, but Bings, how viable is Devil Dinosaur? Devil Dinosaur is really good. It's a super chunky 5-drop. You want to run it in decks that you generate cards into your hand. So if you're running things like Moon Girl, if you're running cards like Cable, different things like that. Yeah, White Queen fits in with it. Any of those cards like can work really well with it. Also, when you get into pool 3, it works really well with Mystique. I'd say it's a quite a strong card. I actually played in my Electro deck. Yeah, the other decks you'd want to play it in are decks with Electro or Sandman, because you're limiting yourself to only play one card per turn. So while you can only play one card per turn, it's going to because you're only playing one card per turn, you're going to have a lot of cards left in your hand. Okay, so we went from getting super upset because we had the Klon slot lane just get decimated to drawing it in our starting hand 2 games in a row. That's wild. And we want to aim for the middle. The middle's the best because they're going to use Mr. Fantastic too. Normally, I would snap here. If you're playing this deck, you snap here 100%. You have your full combo. However, wait, this is actually kind of crazy, right? So I see Superflow here, right? Superflow is an iffy place to be playing into. I'm just gonna immediately start playing into it. Opponent's gonna play Green Goblin on the Superflow. Actually, opponent for sure next turn is gonna play a Green Goblin right here, 100%. So we're gonna go left. We're gonna go left because we can't let them throw a Green Goblin and ruin everything we're trying to do. But yeah, 100% of the time Green Goblin lands right here. God, I am on a roll today. Can't clone. Okay, so thank you people who are yelling at me that I can't clone slot when I did, but you were totally correct. Cable White Witch Mantis, Dino. Okay, sweet. Throw a deck together. Use a lot of Spectrum decks. Yeah, Spectrum's just kind of weak until you get Wong. We're back, gonna eat, finish the what I need to do. That's very sweet of you, thank you. Yeah, I love being a gamer. Being a gamer feels damn good. So we need to get a decent drop for turn 4. His opponent's not gonna think that they need too much here, but when we do our clone slot things, it's gonna be pretty rough for him. Hopefully we get a good drop. Even a 1 drop is like fine. Scarlet Witch, yeah, let's turn off their Superflow. That feels pretty good. And then we do Clone Slot, and then we hope that it's enough in the middle. Probably shouldn't have moved this Nightcrawler. I moved this Nightcrawler preemptively. I think I moved it... Wait, why didn't it get the Kun Lune power up? I don't know. So, what we could be a little bit scared about is going to be our opponent playing Destroyer. And we would tie them playing Destroyer in the middle. But I think that we're going to be up by enough that if they Destroyer middle, we're still going to win. I think opponent's going to aim to Destroyer middle. We're going to add 9 power to the left. No, wait, it's not gonna work, is it? If I would have moved the Nightcrawler to the middle, it would work, but I don't think this is gonna work, chat. We're gonna play it out, but I'm expecting Destroyer middle. That's gonna beat us by 1 because the Nova's gonna get us. Yeah, we'll play it out just to kind of show what that looks like, but the Nova being able to buff it by 1 is gonna be what kind of puts them over the top. Had they not had that Nova, and had I moved the Nightcrawler to the middle, we would have been able to take the victory there. Transform to Kun Lune after... Oh, yeah, it was the one that changes on turn 4. That's rough. I should have been able to win that game, and this is a meta deck that I'm facing, so it would have felt really good. I gave them 4 cubes just to kind of show what it looks like. What a move. Why not wait to move? Because I didn't know it was Kunlun. I should have waited on move the Nightcrawler though, for sure. This is Binks Live. Welcome in. Crime Time. One of the most Monka-esque WD tag teams of all time. Alright, we'll get a good Klon slot lane going. I have faith, Chad. I hope you have faith too, that we're gonna get a sick Klon slot lane going. D-Water, hey, thanks so much for hanging out. Good vibes indeed. So I think that if you're able to get this off against decks that aren't as, I guess, like kind of sweaty as the decks that we're playing here. So if opponent is playing a 1-drop, they can't play it on the left, so they're going to play it either the middle or the right. Opponent is going to not want to play middle because they think that I'm going to think that they're going to play middle, so they're going to play it on the right. God damn it. Of all the soul reads I'm getting, I'm having a lot of good ones. This one is just not working, dude. I'm just not hitting that Rocket Raccoon every single time I'm missing. Okay, I think we're gonna move this Mojo. We're gonna hope to get an Onslaught. We're gonna do our Klon slot lane in the middle. See what we can do there. Wow, over 100 viewers between Twitch and YouTube. 65 people on Twitch with no raids. Thank you, everyone who's found me. If you followed in the past or what, super awesome to see this this community grow. That makes me incredibly happy. Yeah, we'll go ahead and change Mojo World. I think we're gonna plant our Namor over on the left. Oh, no. What the heck, man? Okay, that could have bricked his hand. That could have messed up everything he was trying to do. So maybe that was good. Unless we get a cheaper claw. I don't know, man. That was a bit wild. No, thanks so much, Hope. I really appreciate it. Oh, yeah, we do have Peepo Short and a Goose available. Peepo Short and a Goose is probably one of my favorite ones. My mod and very good friend Gasu got me onto that one. A huge fan. Tin the Heretic following, probably mostly because we have Peepo Short and a Goose, which is a totally valid reason. It's a fantastic Better Twitch TV emote. Okay, actually, we'll Blue Marvel left. I don't know, this is a bit scuffed, dude. This is a bit scuffed. Getting the Stark Tower bonus would be nice, but the Onslaught off the rip would be good here, and it wouldn't matter all that much.
All systems go.
I think we might just be like saying we're gonna lose left here. Let's hope this is enough. Man, this is gonna be scuffed. So they can't play Destroyer, right? They could play Carnage out here. If they play Carnage out here, the Buggy Barnes dies second, so the Carnage will be a 9, the Buggy Barnes will be a 6. So we'll win if they play Carnage there. Then they have to be 12 power over on the left. I think we got a shot here. I wonder what our opponent does. Let's go!
Victory!
Peepo Short and a Goose. Pogs all around for Peepo Short and a Goose. Steve Bananas, new here. I guess in the long time things are new here, you know. The last couple months you've been around, but I have been streaming on this website for 2 years, crazily enough. Yay Spiger. Yeah, Spy. I have no idea how to say that. Does anyone know how to say that? I have no clue. Okay, we got no Namor ability. We're gonna Korgot on 1. SJ Rut, thanks so much for the follow. Lock the best follow notification all at twitch.tv. And the chat says thank you. Dude, super rewarded for throwing stuff out in the middle and getting a Ganalad trigger. We're gonna snap. Hoping that our opponent doesn't play Shang-Chi, which dumpsters Gamma Lab lanes. Yeah, they have a rock in their deck. Actually, they could technically like draw the rock, which would be kind of bad. Sister London's gonna be really good for us with like Blue Marvel, Namor things. Pretty happy about that. Opponent's gonna hope to land this in the middle, I'm guessing. They did indeed land it in the middle. But we're so far ahead now here on Gamma Lab. Feeling great. I kind of, interestingly enough, so what I'm doing here is I'm putting this Nightcrawler here to block other things, so I can take advantage of this later. And then I'm gonna go ahead and drop the Racket Raccoon because I want it to land on the left. I don't want to run out of like possibilities for what to do. So blocking up that lane when I can move it later with that is gonna feel really good. And then we're gonna slam Blue Marvel, and then we might even slam Claw. I haven't really decided yet what we're gonna do for the next turn, but getting a double Blue Marvel feels pretty darn good. I don't see too many outs for our opponent. Opponent's playing Claw. Double Blue Marvel's going. Opponent snapped. Okay, opponent. If opponent is snapping, chat. Our opponent is snapping. It means that their plan is to play Shang-Chi in the middle. There's no other reason why opponent would snap other than to play Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi will get him up to 15. No, actually he has a claw on it. Shang-Chi will get him up to 21. So if opponent Shang-Chi's, we're going to lose, right? Probably going to Shang-Chi right. If opponent Shang-Chi's and we do this, we win. I think we're playing around Shang-Chi. We play Spectrum. Oh, I was not expecting that. Holy, I'm getting dumpstered. Okay, well, GG's. I was not expecting that Shang-Chi. Opponent's just gonna BM me with these slaps too, is the most annoying thing. I think the Nightcrawler might turn it off. I have no idea what's going on though. This is so BM, dude. So unbelievably BM. Queen E-Girl, funny name. Thanks so much for the follow. Ah, dude. This has happened to me several times. It's so annoying. They're just gonna keep slapping, dude. It's no chill, dude. It's not cool. Wigness91, thanks so much for the follow as well. Really, you're gonna do it at the end of the game, like after you've already won? Chat. Why? Why does this always happen to me? This is the second time I've just been like animation locked by Omega Red for like multiple minutes. It's so rude, dude. Come on, dude, it's fine, man. You won, bruh. Thank you. Jesus. It's some weird bug that happens when there's two Omega Reds because they're triggering back and forth. Like the Omega Red is triggering that they get extra power, then that Omega Red triggers. They go back and forth. Fictory, thanks so much for the follow. Like the best follower notification on twitch.tv. Yo, it's Jerry. Thanks so much. I put a lot of work into this layout. I had a friend help make it. And yeah, I put a lot of extra work to make sure that there's a slideshow so that if you're following along. Wait, why is this Korg so small? You can see what all the cards do. Wait, did I do that? Hopefully that's just Korg. Wait, did I do this for multiple cards? Oh no, I'm an idiot. I was just talking about how I probably only did it for like one or two. Okay, I just did it for those. So I can actually just replace those because that's gonna piss me off now that I noticed it. Thank you. Just talking for a whole bunch. No, I was just talking about how I replaced all those, and that's good. Thank you very much for saying that my layout is nice, though. I think that it's a bit more cluttered, and some people don't like that cluttered of a layout, understandably, but I do. So we're just gonna go all in middle. We can beat that over on the left. We do, if we're in a trouble, we can use Scarlet Witch to get rid of this TVA. Sunglide, thanks so much for the follow. Yeah, I was muted. Thanks, Wes. Yeah, the YouTube is actually usually pretty delayed, which is a bit annoying sometimes, but we can make it work. Okay, so if we do get Scarlet Witch, I think I'm going to turn this off because I have my full Klon slot lane here, and Jotunheim is really hard for opponent to beat. But we also have Namor that can pretty much guarantee us a win on one of these other lanes. Was hoping that would enough. Happy Shroom, thanks so much for the follow. Hulkbuster? It's Jerry. Yo, thanks so much for the follow and for the very kind words. I appreciate that a lot.
Time's up.
Okay, this is gonna be tough. I think I try and win left. Wise Red, thanks for following. Appreciate you. I think we're gonna try and win left. I think we can win left, and then opponent has to play into Jotunheim to win. They're not going to expect the Namor to be able to come down and get the W. Yeah, that's kind of what I expected. I expected them to fight me for the middle. Yo, huge follower chain. Nomad Farmer, thank you so much. Oh, dude, who says that? I really like that the fist bump. I really like the fist bump one. Yeah, that Namor I think was a sneaky play, and that kind of shows why Namor is like people don't really expect you to be able to play 10 power for. Karuko 69. Oh my gosh, the absolutely ordinary Harrys. Yeah, that's great. Thanks so much for the follower train, everyone. New people, it's super great. If you are looking for additional Binks content, I do have a YouTube channel, and I'm going to be putting out a bunch of stuff. Finally found a snap streamer. Enjoy. That is very kind of you. Titan Bronco, and also thank you for the follow. Having Jar Jar come out and say hello to everyone here. Okay. Man, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get through. So Sanctum Sanctorum is actually really good for our deck. The problem is that so many people are playing like Wong Odin type decks that it's better for them. Limbo, huh? Dude, we can do really sneaky stuff. One of the coolest things that Scarlet Witch can do is it can turn off Limbo. So we can get into a point where we can absolutely destroy our opponent. If they think that they're going to win because they get an extra turn, we can turn off Limbo on turn 6. Surprise the hell out of them. My collection level is about 4,000. I looked it up. I didn't think it was like that crazy high, but I'm actually like 30th in the world. I'm like 30th in the world with collection level. Or at least people have uploaded to SnapFan. I don't want to get too hasty, and I don't want to show that I can play in Sanctorum. I also want to get a bit more information. I think I have to pass here. I'm not going to pass next turn, but I think I have to pass there. I think passing there is in my best interest. Also, the problem is seeing this Ebony Maw, it's making me think that almost certainly we're playing one of those decks. But what's cool about playing one of those decks is that I can do the Scarlet Witch Limbo thing, and they're probably not really going to be expecting it. So maybe we get Namor over here on the right, and then we go like Blue Marvel middle, and like Nightcrawler, Scarlet Witch, something else. We have to get Nightcrawler down next. Wait, okay, wait. We're running out of time here. Oh no. Wait, this is not good for me. Everything doesn't line up really well how I want it to. We'll see what we can do here. We're going to trick our opponent, though, because what I think is going to happen is our opponent's going to put down... Wait, what? I should have played the Nightcrawler out. This Blue Marvel. I think that should be enough. I'm expecting maybe like an onslaught from the opponent here. Okay, so let's calculate for onslaught, right? If we have an onslaught, if we go like here, onslaught's only gonna add 1 here. Like here, here. I think that this will be enough. Nice, okay.
Victory.
I am on Discord. I don't have my own Discord yet. But you can find me in the official Discord if you need to reach out to me. Pinging me on Discord is probably the best way to get connected with me, or you can ping me on Twitch once you follow me, or on Twitter, sorry. Yeah, I'm loving the new wave of players. Seeing all their posts reminds me of when we were all trying to figure stuff out. Yeah, it's always great. I always good when I see Onslaught and Iron Man posts saying they had the higher score. Yeah, they'll figure it out one of these days. I will have an official Discord soon. I have it like built. I don't have anyone to moderate it, and I don't know if I have the ability to moderate it. So I want to get one out because I do like the idea of like sharing and having community members like just talk, and like I'm finally getting like a lot of people who are just like in here pretty consistently. So I would like to do something like that. I don't know. I'm just really bad with like actually getting things done that I need to do. Okay, that's fine. Let's see, I don't want that to hit the Medusa because I want to play that next turn. We got the rock in the deck, which is good for us. Getting Medusa on the Kiln is really nice. Plus this Rocket Raccoon, they're almost always going to be playing on Kiln on turn 4. So if we save this Rocket Raccoon for one more turn, I'd be pretty sure that we're going to snag that. The only thing that punishes us here then is if we get Namor. If we get Namor, it'll punish us because we get it off the draw. Everything else is fine. So I think that holding this Rocket Raccoon and just saying like I'm almost certain they're going to play here on turn 5 is kind of where I want to be. And we get the Mr. Fantastic off, which is really nice. Opponent didn't do anything over there. Now we're kind of hoping for Scarlet Witch. What we just can't have happen is let our opponent beat us with a Professor X. They could also try and play a Hobgoblin over here on the right, which would suck, but it's not the worst thing in the world because we can just finish this right lane off with an Onslaught, and then it'll be only minus. I mean, it would still be really bad. But I just think we have to take a loss to that. And then if they snap before they make their play, we probably want to leave. I just don't want them to be able to Professor X right. If they Professor X left, I'm just certain this is a Hobgoblin, isn't it? Yeah, I knew it. It's really rough. You can do like a cheeky this. Opponent can just think like if they play one card, they're going to be in a good spot. I just don't think this is going to be enough. Only adding 8 power here would only get up by 1 power because of the crossbone. It's just a loss. We just run. Is this usually what time we stream? It's hard to say. I'm a psycho. I just stream at random times, which I know is not something that I should be doing, but it's just what works with my lifestyle. But I'd say pretty often, the most likely time to find me streaming is going to be after 7 p.m. Central. Somewhere between like 7 p.m. Central and 2 a.m. Central. I am gonna, my girlfriend is coming back. She was gone for a while, so I was going psycho mode and streaming like every single day. Probably have to pull back from that. Let's see here. I don't want to give them a Korg, so we'll just throw Korg all the way over to the right and then set up a Medusa middle. Triskelion gives us Spider-Man. Spider-Man could be really interesting. Spider-Man's a really cool pull 3 card. I want to play Electra. Oh, they got it off Triskelion. I was like, who the hell plays Electra? You psycho. Ant-Man. I don't really want a Colleen Wing. I don't particularly want to get rid of this. We can still set up. We can still have our whole setup here. We can get a we can get down a Claw in the next couple of draws. The Khazar is going to be pretty nice for us. I have two Nightcrawlers. This could be bad for our opponent. It does withhold information from us though, which is a bit tough. Or we could just do some crazy like. We could do like Khazar, Blue Marvel, Onslaught, and then in the last turn move both of these Nightcrawlers to the middle. That seems like a pretty good plan, huh? Opponent played an abomination. It's wild to me. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. Problem is that if they put too many more stats left, we're gonna have a hard time winning. This deck is only pool 1. Only pool 1 cards. So I'm trying to showcase 3 different off-meta pool 1 decks. I think I'm only gonna get to 2 because I haven't really shown the true power of Klon slot just yet. Okay, this is really good that they didn't play left. This gives me a lot of hope. So we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna move both these Nightcrawlers middle. Then they could beat me left potentially. Like beating me left is the most likely thing. I have no idea what's going on then over on the right. It looks like a lot of power though. Kingpin Arrow. Still win. We don't still win. Jesus, get wrecked. Oh God, you got hope in the chat. Let's go. I love hope. I love having hope on our side. How did the opponent... Wait, how did the opponent play those cards? Oh no, they played it over 2 turns. They played Kingpin Arrow. So the Invisible Woman allowed my opponent to not telegraph that they're playing Kingpin Arrow. What the heck, man? That shouldn't be allowed. Is this allowed? What the heck? Is this allowed? Okay, Luke's Bar doesn't do much for us, but having Mr. Fantastic to be able to go there is pretty nice. Maybe opponent plays something there, and then I rock a Raccoon, and then just get an extra power. It's pretty nice if the Korg, if I had a Korg there. It's kind of a silly play, but I want to hold off those cards for the Angela. It's on mobile and PC. Yeah, great. You can play it on Steam. You can play it on your mobile device. The game is much longer. The game is much longer than what you can see here. I basically have it chopped up for ease of use. Probably gonna get this Raccoon off, which is nice. I think I'm gonna be able to secure this raft. It's gonna be hard for my opponent to get as many cards as I can. Plus we have the Nightcrawler and the Mr. Fantastic that can make their way over here to the left. We'll go ahead and actually fill this up and then get our free 6-drop from the raft. Now what we can look to do is throw Nightcrawler over on the left and then maybe even set up a Klon slot lane in the middle. Maybe we get a cheeky little Klon slot lane. Snap, yeah. Seems like a good snap. Opponent could play like 3 1-drops and put us in a bad spot. I think that snapping there is a good call. If you SW on the left, doesn't she still bounce? What's the interaction there? She will not still bounce, no. Ooh, free leader. Holy. Look, it's a 0 cost. You know what's actually cool? I can just play this leader over on the left. I can just play this leader here. Yeah, let's get whatever card they play. I'm down with that. Hopefully they don't play 2 middle. If they play 2 middle, I'm in a bit of trouble. But they only play 1 middle and 1 right. I'm in a great spot. Yeah, leader on Luke's every turn. Yeah, you got it. You got it. The problem is that I can run out of board space, right? So it's not necessarily the best play. I also probably won't do it next turn.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Oh, this is so good. Onslaught right makes it really hard for them to win, I feel. And I don't think I'm leadering because they could do some cheeky destroyer stuff. I don't think there's any reason to leader. I think Onslaught right is very hard for them to beat. Brings my Ant-Man up to 7, gives me a little bit of extra juice over on the left, unless they have some wild way to, It snapped, huh? How does opponent win here? I'm adding 6, 7, I'm going to 26 power over on the right side? Opponent maybe is like expecting me to lead her, but there's no way they beat this, right? Dr. Doom. Why is opponent running Dr. Doom in this deck? There's no reason that the opponent is running Dr. Doom in this deck. That's okay. I mean, that's fine. He just has a little feels bad. I guess if I would have just leadered left, I would have still won. It's unfortunate though. I'm very, very shocked that Dr. Doom came up for my opponent there. This is a very weird deck they were running, but I guess it worked, you know? Can't hate on results. So either Rocket Raccoon's going to get me a trigger on the raft, or opponent's not going to go for it. What? It seems like a very important card to put onto the raft. Kinda interesting. I don't judge. I don't really want to play Medusa over on the raft. I want to get her full power out. Let's see what my opponent does. Doesn't look like they're going to go for the raft, so maybe we have a little bit of time, right? They had a lot of cards that would have been really good to go after the raft with. I'm going to guess this is a bot. Pretty bot-like behavior, but we'll say hello just to see, I suppose. Don't always win raft, but when I do, I pull Destroyer. And you just have to hope your opponent plays a Cosmo for you or something, you know? Or your opponent leeches your hand. That's rude. What the heck? We can just compete over with Namor on this lane like by himself. Plus you get a free 6-cost card. 2 Raft games in a row. Raft's like a medium rarity thing. Why wouldn't it be Arnim Zola? Am I right, chat? Well, I guess we can do some sneaky stuff here, right? We can get a bunch of, we can get multiple claws. Opponent eats his whole board. We'll go like here, here, here. Now, is this the perfect play? I don't know. Is it fun? It is very fun. No, Inkify cards do not mean bots anymore. You can have your own Inkify cards. I, in fact, have a few Inkify cards of my own. I had 12 in the middle. Actually, I'm gonna add 15 in the middle. It's a final turn, but I'm feeling pretty darn good. I'm gonna run down an Angela and a Namor here. Opponents plays, right? They could play Onslaught. Onslaught gives them +3 on the right. It's not gonna be enough. Opponent could be running. I just want to see how they win left and right. So I'm gonna add 9 power right. I'll get to 15. So I have to add 6 power here and 4 power here. It's possible, but it's gonna be hard. So I just believe in myself. But it could also just lose to a bot here. Man, I'm mad. I think there's a very good chance I just lost to a bot. Mystique is not enough. Not enough. Let's win right. It's close. It's not enough. Ah! Shit. Don't pay attention to that one. Maybe it wasn't a bot. Maybe it's just someone playing in 2023 or something, you know? Alright, Clonslot believers, we're gonna get the sweet Clonslot lane eventually. Good words. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Welcome. Mindscape is not too bad for me. I don't mind Mindscape. Give our opponent a cheeky little rock. There's not really any way now. It used to be like Inkify cards. You can emote at the opponent, and if they're not a bot, they'll emote back because bots do not emote. One way of having an idea of whether or not it's a bot. There's not too many other ways though. You can just kind of tell by certain play patterns that opponents will play. Like if they play a bunch of stuff that doesn't make any sense, you're just like, oh, it's probably a bot. Let's get our Namor down over on the left. There's a chance like Mindscape is actually really good for me, and I just want to keep it. There is human bot. I don't know what that means. There is human bot. Neurosploit, thanks so much for the follow. Lock on the best follow notification on all twitch.tv. Everyone in chat says thank you. I want to only play 2 cards. I'm gonna guess they're some kind of destroyer deck, so they probably... Jesus, dude. Holy... Let's see what we can do here. We get our opponent's hand. Our opponent's just going to get only their top deck next turn, unless they have a Scarlet Witch of their own. Gets the Destroyer out this turn. I mean, let's be real. Opponent only has a top deck. I think I'm in a good spot to win this game. Actually, opponent +1 card. Nah, so the top deck. So what does this deck run? This deck runs Bucky. Does this Destroyer deck run like the only thing if he top decks Warpath? The only thing I can think of is a top deck Warpath that would beat us here. I don't think there's anything else in the deck. Warpath, or let's go for it. It's gonna feel bad if it is Warpath, like, cause it's just, if it's a Warpath, it's just like, I don't know, man. Cosmo's not enough. Okay. Holy.
Victory.
Onslaught Mystique Omega. Just filled a Mystique hole in my heart. It's a good night. Yeah, Mystique is sick. Is Omega Red into Onslaught a good combo? Yeah, Onslaught Mystique Omega Red is a really cool deck. If you look on my YouTube channel, I co-opt with Talkwin. Talkwin's another really big Marvel Snap streamer. I wouldn't say another. He's much bigger than me. He's pulling in about 3 times the audience that I've been recently. But Talkwin's a really, really great streamer who came onto my stream and co-opt a Omega Red combo deck with me. So you look on my YouTube, one of the most recent videos. It was all over the Omega Red combo. It's very, very fun. Geppetto of Pinocchio fame. Thanks so much for the follow. Lock on the best follow notification. All twitch.tv. Everyone in chat says thank you. So you'll see that I got some hellos from the opponent. It's kind of hard because it's cut off, but whenever your opponent emotes you, you know you're facing a real dude, a real thing. We're going to do our Angela lane over on the right because we have Kunlun over here that we can get a little extra juice from our Nightcrawler moving over. Ah! So we can change this if we want to, but I don't think I want to. I think we do pretty well in the TVA. We can get another 2 power into Crimson Cosmos. The only card I can think that an opponent would be able to get into Crimson Cosmos would be Warpath. So we just ignore left lane now because they're obviously so far ahead on left lane. We just try and win these 2.
Time's up.
So I don't even think this beats Warpath, which sucks, dude. I think we just say we lose to Warpath and we slam the Namor down here. If they have Warpath and they play it middle, it's going to feel bad. But there's a 50-50 shot if they are running into their deck, which not everyone is.
Opponent snap.
Snaps, man. Do they have the Warpath? I'll take the 50-50 loss if they have the Warpath. I think they're trying to scare me. I think they're trying to scare me off. Yeah, I think I beat this. Killmonger. I should have thought about Killmonger. Should have thought about Killmonger. I didn't consider that. That was really bad. Especially seeing the hood. Just a misplay. Gotta always think about Killmonger. Yeah, it's rough, but I should have been able to figure that out for sure. All right, I'm on my last couple of games here. Fortunately, I thought I was gonna get more clone slots going, but it was very rare clone slots. The Sphinx, 1906. Is that the year you were born? Because you'd be really old. Thanks so much for the follow. Like the best follow notification on Twitch.tv. Everyone in chat says thank you. Baxter building, huh? I've kind of wanted to slam now. Why is everyone running debris, dude? All these people running debris, man. It's a bit Monka, but I think I'm fine. If we have the blue Marvel, so much debris lately. Yeah, if we get like blue Marvel Onslaught is pretty damn good for us, right? This feels like I'm not gonna win, right? I'm gonna go here. That's like here gives us 2 here, 2 here, 9 middle. This just feels like there's way too many ways opponent beats me. Yeah, I think we gotta retreat. Yeah, Debris is a great card. I mean, Debris is just an incredible disruption card. I think that people didn't use Debris as much as they should have early on. I think that it goes in every Patriot deck for sure. PSA Namor does not. Yeah, I mean, well, Onslaught has to be on top of. Onslaught has to be on top of the location, and then Namor's ability doesn't work. Yeah, unfortunately, it does not. Cool if it did though. Do you have a Cerebro deck you like? I'm thinking Cerebro 2 for my first Mystique deck. Yeah, if you go on my YouTube channel, one of the, probably like my last 10 videos, there's a deck called Cerebro P. But just make sure you run Blue Marvel in that deck, because Blue Marvel's cracked in that deck. Blue Marvel is a 3 power card, but because it makes all of your other 2 power cards go up to 3 power, it still works. I don't think I had... that Cerebro P deck came out right before Blue Marvel got changed. So it's super, super recommend that. I kind of want to like not use the Angela on Gamma Lab. I want to use the Angela somewhere else. If I have to use it on Gamma Lab, I will. I'm going to do that just in case. Big House also kind of sucks for me because I wanted to do my clone slot there. I don't think it's gonna work. Rocket Raccoon buff doesn't really matter there. Opponent drew my rock. What would we rather give up? Jake 2006, thanks so much for the follow. Like the best follow notification all at twitch.tv. Everyone in chat says thank you. We'll go left, and then it's all gonna move to the right. Does Colossus work with Gamma Lab? Yeah, it says transform, not destroy. So let's get Namor down over on the right. Just let him fight for this spot by himself. And then we'll try and do some other things in the middle. Maybe and sneak a Mr. Fantastic middle. Opponent has the same thought process as me. So what has opponent played in here? Opponent played my rock and then a Colossus. It's probably like the Wong-going deck is what I would imagine. Mr. Fantastic and then yeah, let's just go. Actually, you know what? I mean, we're just gonna go all in on the left. This is Wong. We'll have to assess. We'll have to assess if we can beat Spectrum. Mr. X. I want to try to soul read us there, and they failed. This is hard for us to get any extra power over here, though. This only gives us +2. Goes up to 12. I think we still take it. I think opponent having a bigger than 12 power card is pretty unlikely. I guess they could have a couple of cards that add up to over 12 power. Jason Levins, thanks for the sub on YouTube. Snap here? I would not be snapping here now. Because if I was going to beat my opponent, they were going to retreat no matter what. So snapping encourages them to retreat more. And like, I'm not super confident that I could win that game. I'm only adding 2 power over on the right because I lose the 5 from the ongoing ability. Adding 2. I could not claw middle. The middle location said that 4, 5, and 6 cost cards couldn't be played in the middle. So I was unable to claw in that location. You have to make sure you're paying attention to locations. It's one of the hardest parts of the game for sure. Cammy was so. I'm glad you liked it, West for Best. I feel like some people hated it because they don't. But I loved it so much that I really don't care. Okay, this game we're finally doing full Wong slot. I can smell it, chat. Oh, thank you. So we're gonna draw Claw and Onslaught in the next couple of draws, then we're gonna get down Angela. It's fine, we can just throw Korg there just for the thing. Poker term, snapping there collapses their range to only hands that beat us. I don't know, collapses their range to only hands that beat us. I think a Namor over here on the right feels really good. Ugh. Looks like a Mr. Negative deck. They could absolutely pop off on us here. You never quite know. But they're gonna have to fight for us in the danger room, which is gonna be hard. And we're gonna have a lot of power over on Kunlun. It's all gonna depend if our opponent gets the. I'm snapping here. Ah, that was a late snap. I shouldn't have snapped there. So basically, the only way our opponent I feel like is gonna. This is spooky. I shouldn't have snapped there, 100%. I would not have snapped if I had saw this. I mean, what could they have? They could have White Tiger? We sometimes beat White Tiger. 4 triggers of White Tiger? We can beat 4 triggers of White Tiger. Just depends on what else they have. Death can go to the big house because it doesn't block 12 drops. True, yeah, but if death is discounted to 5, 6, or 4, 5, or 6, they just change it. So it says the cards that cost this much. So if the cost gets reduced, it actually won't be able to play there. Rank 30 in collection of 120, started playing 2 days ago. Yeah, this game is cracked. I've been obsessed with this game for a long time. I'm going to let it ride. I probably should retreat here, but yeah, that's a lot of cards the opponent has. We have a lot of power over there on the left. And a Warlock. A triple Ironheart trigger isn't going to be enough on the middle. Gambit, 4 Gambits. We could still win. We could still win. Do we need to go 2 left? Okay, we just need to go left. Go left. Don't hit the Medusa. Let's go. Oh god, that was scary. That was really scary. I assume you have all the cards. You roughly remember collection level you last received it. So I'm in a weird spot. What a gamer. Love to see it. I'm in a weird spot where I was a bit ahead on the collection level. If that makes sense. So there used to be a way that the collection level worked. Where you were stuck in a really bad spot and it would take 96 levels between cards. And they recently changed it to on average it takes 48. I finished at collection level 3310. So I finished at 3310, but you on average are gonna finish around like 28 to 2900, abouts. But I also have like the in like the top 50 biggest collections of anyone playing the game, so it's hard to just directly compare to me, you know. All right, I got about 10 minutes left because then I have to run off. Let me just double check that. I haven't had any other information. Doesn't look like we're good. I just have to pick up my girlfriend from the airport later tonight. So I just want to make sure I don't miss any texts or from anything. Okay, so we have the potential for a Klon slot lane, chat. We have Klon slot. We just have to, like, this middle location can't be one that annoys us. This is a really cool cork skin. Can't be something that stops the Klon slot. Triskelion doesn't stop Klon slot. And I get to see what's in here. Is nice. Necrotia. So Klon slot lane is going to be really good against Necrotia. Doesn't mean I can't really play the Squirrel Girl out ever. I do need to play one of these to get rid of like a hand space. And I'm kind of tempted to just play this over here, even though it won't count for anything, just to get it out of my hand. I want to play Black Widow. That's fine. Black Widow's fine. Plus, we're going to be ahead here because this is going to go to -1. Guess we play Widow's Bite over here. I kind of want to still draw cards. Maybe I don't even care about drawing cards. I could just Mr. Fantastic Drax Claw Onslaught and then win that way and not have to worry about other things. I should probably, if that's my plan, then I should just do that. All right. Green Goblin's fine. Green Goblin's fine. This is gonna be our Klon slot lane. Wes finished at 30-10. Most people finished in the late 2K range. We're gonna Drax. We're gonna soul read them to Triskelion because they always play here. Opponent always plays here. The opponent is always gonna be playing a card here. Will always play here. Cyros, I feel like I had some crazy combo on Cyros. You piece of work. That is annoying for us, but it's not like the end of the world. So we can get a blue Marvel, and then we could just play, like, just throw Claude in the middle. They did stop our combo, though. People do need to stop messing up the combo. It's pretty messed up. It's honestly incredibly weird. So we'll add 6 here. We'll get to 18. We're going to add 6 over here on the right. It's going to be hard for our opponent to beat. We're going to send it. I mean, this is probably a bit iffy. Opponent just plays a big card over on the right. They beat us. And it looks like they probably did, right? Magneto actually might lose them the game. I think Magneto just lost them the game. Why would they do that? Let's go. Even if you stop Klon slot. Even if you stop Klon slot, we're coming for you. Dude, y'all just wait. Klon slot's about to take over the ladder. You guys aren't gonna know what to do. You're gonna be facing so much Klon slot. You're gonna be putting Enchantress in every deck. People are gonna see the power of Klon slot. People are gonna see the power of Klon slot, and you're gonna see it everywhere. Look at this. We got Angela with 3 1-drops. We're cracked. 14-12. Is that what I think it is? Okay, Miniaturize Lab is a bit annoying, so we'll just throw Angela over here on the left. This does also ruin Claw Onslaught. So unless we draw either Claw or Onslaught with this draw. Okay, we drew either Claw or Onslaught. Should I just play all three there? Probably is like just best to play all three, right?
Snap.
Is Claw Onslaught on the miniaturized oh, you coward.
Victory.
Maybe I shouldn't. No, I think that was a smart snap. I think that was a smart snap. I think a lot of people play through. I think a lot of people play through. Rulissy. Welcome to the stream. Let's get a little Korg action going. We have Claw and Mr. Fantastic. Scarlet Witch to turn off something if we want. I don't love Baxter building. Just get rid of Baxter building. If one wants to try and fight us for Hollow, they can. I wouldn't recommend it though. Opponent is going to try and fight us for Hollow. That's surprising. Opponent's absolutely going to win there too if they would like. Super Flow. Maybe we shouldn't do that. That seems over exaggerating. Let's do this. I think they're gonna play left. I think they want this Bucky Barnes to die. It's like we called them out here on the left. Both Koizen. They do it both based on collection level and rank. Law going over here on the right. Man, this actually gets dumpstered if they just YOLO. They play a Hobgoblin? Professor X. It's really good for us. This is the power of Claw Onslaught. Opponent thinks super flow, easy game, and we say no, no, no. No, no, no. Get Claw Onslaughted. No one expects the Claw Onslaught. Should I rush the collection, get easy rank match? I mean, I don't think it's worth caring about. So until you get to level 30, pretty much, or like 25-ish, yeah, that was a good game for predictions. Until you get to like 25-ish, you'll just be playing bots. I don't think there's any reason to really metagame trying to like grind up early ranks. I think you should just kind of enjoy the game, you know? Yeah, that's just me. Super flow. The Korg over on the right. Amen. Yeah. I just like a lot of people do talk about like, oh, you should not update your game because then you'll play only bots once other people update their game, and then if you only play bots, it's easier to climb collection level. And I see that, I'm just like, why are you playing this game? Like, like what are you doing here, you know? Like if you're just trying to like cheese the system to win. Oh, opponent's playing Agatha. So this is one thing that I should be doing. If you can actually check to see if your opponent's playing Agatha. It's kind of cool. We're gonna get Blue Marvel going middle. Opponent probably has grinding this game is too hard. Grinding in this game is very hard. I mean, you're not wrong, but just get better. Like not in like a mean, not trying to be in like a super mean way. But like legitimately, just like push yourself to be better at this game. Like try and like really think about certain plays and why you're doing them. Try and think about you know why you're losing if you are losing and like what's actually causing that. Just like you know, trying to like think higher level about the game is gonna help you get a lot better pretty quickly. I hope my opponent doesn't have Green Goblin too. It's probably unlikely they have Green Goblin, I also need to play out my hand because I could have a wave coming down here. Very likely do have a wave coming down here. I'll go like here, here, here. We're probably going to just give up on left lane because we're probably not going to be able to win it. Opponent's playing something down here. The problem is that I don't know how we beat our opponent's Ghost Rider. So our opponent's most likely going to play... I hope it's right. If opponent played Ghost Rider here, we're in a great spot. We play Gamora. Okay, we dodged the Gamora. Okay, I'm pretty sure opponent's going to play Ghost Rider. So Ghost Rider is going to be 3 power and it's going to summon Agatha. So it's going to be 17 total power. This beats Ghost Rider here. What is this? This gives us 4, 5, 6 extra. It's going to be just short. I think we have to, I think we unfortunately have to leave this game. I don't think we have a way to win. This opponent tries to beat us middle? Whatever, for the fans. I'm guessing it's going to be a Ghost Rider left, which is what they, yeah. That's okay. We had a read on that. We probably should have seen it coming. We did see it coming, but... so far my earnings for credits only in rank awards, can't depend on daily. What do you mean you can't depend on dailies? Like, you should always do your daily missions. So you're saying like you need to grind all the way to the top of the ladder to get to the top of the season? Then let's go a little try hard today with Kamartage or just me. Yeah, Kamartage is great. I played some... I was playing Electro. I wasn't running Cosmo in any of my decks. I was thinking about it. I probably should have. But I was playing a bunch of really fun decks. I was playing a little bit of my mill deck. I have a mill deck that you can mill your opponent's entire deck. Hey, thanks so much, Hot Teriyaki. You can't sub, so if you do want to support me, I know it's a little bit convoluted. You become a member over on YouTube. I actually am unaffiliated on Twitch, so I'm co-streaming right now on both Twitch and YouTube, where we have 80 people on Twitch and then 26 people are watching me over on YouTube. The reason that I co-stream and the reason I don't have an affiliation is that I think affiliation is kind of a trap for a lot of creators, and I think it's like really easy to fall into that trap. So what I want to do is I'm going to wait until they offer me a partnership scholarship or a partnership. Once they offer me a partnership, then I will be able to sub. But what's really cool about me not letting you sub is that you get much less ads. So there's almost never ads shown on my channel because I'm not affiliated with Twitch, and they won't run ads if you're not affiliated. So that's pretty sweet. We'll just get the Nightcrawler down here. It's kind of unfortunate that Kunlun ended up here. But maybe this is a green... If this is a green goblin, my opponent's getting absolutely dumpstered. This could be a green... There's a very good chance this is actually a green goblin. Opponent just wouldn't expect me to play my whole board because it's Psycho. It's not a green goblin. It's still good. We have Claw going, so we have a really good Claw and slot lane available. We're just going to poke out here with a Korg. Let's get the Korg going on the left side, just so at least we have something over there to fight. Gallagher Gal, welcome in. What's up, what's up? Need to try to get familiar with playing Control and Snap, because Cosmo felt strong in it. Yeah. Cosmo, Debris, lots of really, really cool cards that you can play. Man, I kind of want to like Claw here. Kind of split push. Split push here. I should have thought about getting Namor off the rip. And always remember I can move this Nightcrawler if I need to. Opponent's playing Sarah Miracle. Opponent has 4 cards in hand. They could probably play all 4 of them. I think this is probably my best chance, adding 9 power middle. I think I lead this over here on the right. I don't want to do that. Where's the opponent going to fight me? Opponent's going to fight me on left, and opponent's going to fight me on middle. Do I think that they're going to fight me on right? They could sneakily fight me on right. I think that that's like a pretty valid way for them to fight, but I don't think they are, so I'm going to move my Nightcrawler, just get as much power as I possibly have on this middle lane. But they could go really hard on right, which would be, I think, a cool strategy, and we would lose to it pretty bad. because we're going to lose a lot of power here. We're going to lose, I think, 6 total power. So if they put 15 power from the right lane, we're in trouble. Is there a difference between 19 and 21 even if they fight right? Well, it's more than that. So I would lose 3 from the Nightcrawler moving, and I would also lose 3 because Ant-Man would lose his ongoing ability. So I would lose 6 total power, I'd go down to 15, and they have a bishop, so it's a lot. But that was a good game. I think I think I played that very well. Just pressuring hard. The Sarah Miracle deck is a absolutely like tier 1 or tier 2 meta deck right now, where I'm at. I should have played them all left for content. I love me some content. No Khazar in this deck. So Khazar's a bit overkill. You could swap out the Khazar. You could swap out the Khazar with Blue Marvel, but Blue Marvel's only 1 extra energy, and I only have 4 1-drops. It's like usually for Khazar lists you want like usually want 5 or 6 1-drops. With only 4 1-drops, I felt like Blue Marvel was a better choice. But you can definitely slot Khazar into the deck. Probably slotting Khazar for Namor, but I think Namor's a pretty unique card, and I wanted to show him off. So I feel like a lot of people just don't play him in pool 1, and I think that he can do some really cool things. It is much harder because I'm facing people who are disrupting me like crazy. So it's been pretty tough to get anything going. Let's set up Angela middle. Let's get the core going right so we can get a rock. Okay, opponent just played into Lechigia, so opponent now has 4 rocks in their deck. I'm gonna snap because that was simply incorrect what my opponent just did. That's a lot of rocks. And to destroy that Nova, they're probably gonna have to play more. The one thing that's bad about snapping is that opponent is almost certainly running Killmonger in this deck. So I kind of just have to like chill and not go super hard and play out my 1-drops. It would be nice though. Opponent now has 7 rocks. 7 rocks in their deck. Let's see. Does my opponent have Killmonger in hand? Opponent has Carnage. Actually, you know what's kind of funny here? Okay, so I have these 1-drops and I can't use them for anything. So wait, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to Scarlet Witch left because I want to play here eventually. I'm going to Nightcrawler here. I think this will get me ahead. Next turn, I'm going to move my Nightcrawler, play my Rocket Raccoon, and then Carnage them. Before my opponent can Killmonger. If they Killmonger here, they're cheaters. Fellow Rock Enjoyer. My opponent just completely... Oh my god. We switched Lechigia into Subterranean. My opponent's deck is absolutely flooded with rocks. My opponent is just gonna keep drawing rocks, and I'm gonna draw rocks. But that's okay, because I can turn. Corn Chip, thanks so much for the follow. Locking the best follower notification all at twitch.tv. Everyone in chat says thank you. I mean, do I just play around my opponent not having a Killmonger now because their deck is just rocks? And maybe this is the clutchest Carnage of all time, because I'm clearing out these 1-drops. Maybe this might be a Killmonger. Please rescue. He's fine. We can go ahead and claw here. It gives us a nice little split push. Both of these lanes. We have to be aware of where the Mysterio is. It's probably about a 50-50 of either of these. Opponent plays Magic. Magic's going to extend the game to turn 7. I already played out my Scarlet Witch, otherwise that could have been a really disgusting play. Okay, so I could stay held up for Onslaught. I don't know. I don't know if I can win left. I don't know if I can win this left lane. I kind of want to just do this. Seems like a good play. And then we're really hoping. Oh my gosh. Rock, rock, rock. Killmonger. Opponent just didn't care about the odds. Okay, so we go here. Let's go. Clong slot. Don't worry about it, Gallagher Gal. It was an amount of money that was a decent amount. It was less than $100 though. Wish you would have got a rock. Yeah, everyone loves rocks. Enemy Kazoo, Keck W. Yeah, get wrecked. Oh, yo, what's up, Blitz? Bro, help me. I didn't want to like this game. I'm so close to I'm close to proposing. Yeah, dude, just don't spend any money. It's a really good free-to-play experience. Really good free-to-play experience, Blitz. I've probably spent about 400 bucks into this game. Yeah, he was just mad at the rocks. He wanted to kill all the rocks. That's fair. He still had, like, you start the game with 4 cards in your hand and 8 cards in your deck. He drew like 6 cards and still had 13 cards in his deck. Any replacements for Korg? Just unlock Korg. Any other 1-drop is fine. What other 1-drops are there at the... I'll get you a real answer. Electra is okay when you're in pool 1. I can't really play Electra. It's just like super not good. Hey, thank you so much, Vandica, for the YouTube sub. Mantis would be okay. Iron Fist would be pretty good because you're running Angela in this deck. You can do cool things with Iron Fist, so like one of those two. But I mean, if you don't have Korg, like you'll get Korg in like a day or two, right? You get through number 1 pretty good. YouTube is right over here. Want to check it out? This is going to be my last game though, so I'm gonna pass y'all on. I just put my YouTube link in chat, but I'm going to put up Twitter as well. If you're big on Marvel Snap content, you're new to the game, I have a huge library on YouTube. I've been playing this game since May. I have so many different decks out. You can look all the way back to like my Pool 1 deck. A lot of them have gotten changed and nerfed a little bit. But I have an old Pool 1 video. I'm going to be coming out with a off-meta Pool 1 video. I'm going to have a talk show that's coming out tomorrow with another great content creator named Cozy. So there's lots of ways to kind of check me out and keep following me. Let me go ahead and check who else is streaming Marvel Snap, and we're gonna raid you on. But so many people came out in such a short stream. 119 people across both YouTube and Twitch. Thank you all so much for being here, enjoying some time. I will be live. I'll find some time to be live tomorrow. My girlfriend is coming back. Man, I kind of want to raid. Like Talkun and Dara, I could send you over to, but like, no offense, they're kind of doing all right now. They both have like 200 and 300 viewers, respectively. Let me see if there's anyone down here. Looks like we should raid. I could also send you over to my friend James. James is pretty cool. He's playing Dome Keeper. I do want to keep you in Marvel Snap though. You know what? Let's send you to Board Control. Board Control is a cool Hearthstone player. Thanks so much for the YouTube sub. Check me out over there. I also stream over on YouTube. Let's send you over to Board Control. Board Control is a really cool Hearthstone player. And another YouTube sub. Thank you so much. We'll do a little cool hanging out. Yeah, thanks so much, Hope. I really appreciate it. Shit, Binks Cozy is a crazy combo. Yeah, we've been talking a lot on the back channels. We have a lot of cool stuff coming on. Hey, thanks so much on Specials ZZ for the follow. Wait, is Board Control a Hearthstone game dev? Look at that. We'll send you over there. It doesn't have very many people watching us. Thanks so much, Herder Foosh, for the sub over on YouTube. I think I spelled that right. Where is that? Board Control. I'm so bad at spelling. Where'd they go? Board Control, Board Control. I spell it wrong? Am I losing my mind? Board Control. I'm spelling this right. Why isn't it letting me read? It's okay, we got this. Sorry, I'm just being a dumb streamer. Okay, raid. I probably just spelled it wrong. Okay, so I'm gonna send you over there. Tell them I said hello. I don't think I've actually ever talked. Haven't seen Control in a hot minute. Yeah, hey, Blitz, thanks for stopping by. I hope you're doing well, dude. We'll send you over if you're over on YouTube. Watch some of my videos, I guess. I don't know. You can't really rate it or do anything on YouTube. I don't understand how any of that works. We're learning it one step at a time. But we'll send you over. Tell War Control I said hello, and hopefully they love Marvel Snap as much as I do. Peace. Wow, so many people stay